NCRP Productions presents The Root RPG by Magpie Games. Pellenicky Glade.
Oh, hello there. I didn't see you come in. I'm John, and tonight I will be GMing Root, the tabletop RPG produced by Magpie Games. Magpie Games is a great company, and we would really appreciate any support they would be willing to offer to us. Today, we will be running the Pellenicky Glade Quick Start, produced for Free RPG Day by Magpie Games. The players will be running pre-constructed characters using their character sheets, which they all have in front of them. And we're going to begin with a brief rundown of rules and structure for this game, which, after we introduce everybody, this game is run in the Powered by the Apocalypse system. So if you have familiarity with that, you'll see a lot of familiar rules and structure. How about we go around clockwise and we just introduce our... I'm getting a symbol that we should go around counterclockwise.
Yeah,
how about we run?
Better.
Yeah, that's apparently that's different.
Yeah.
Okay, so
like
we're gonna
that.
run counterclockwise around the table.
South of the border, it would be clockwise.
We're gonna flush that Australian
Exactly.
toilet, and
You
we are
got
gonna
it.
go counterclockwise today. So let's begin with, on my right side. That's you.
Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, hi. My name's Mike, and this session I'm going to be playing Rubbish, the possum.
And your class is Vagrant.
My class is Vagrant, apparently.
Yeah, that reads.
I love this already. Hey everybody, it's Pedro. I am playing Fen, the ranger, who is a wolf folk.
Hey, it's Barry. I am running Ryan the Tinker. He is a beaver, as I've learned, because the picture makes him look more like a mouse.
And your class?
Tinker.
Oh, you already said that.
The Tinker is his last name, and it also happens to be his class.
Oh, no shit, Ryan the Tinker, the Tinker.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
And I'm Annie, and I will be playing Nimble the Thief, who is a raccoon.
Hi, it's Sequoia, and I'm running Crap the Scoundrel. I'm a little mystery. You don't know. I have a pumpkin for a face.
That's amazing. So yeah, I'm very excited. This will be my first thing running at this table. So the first thing we need to do is introduce all of our players and our listeners to the system, the Root Tabletop RPG system. So if you take a look at your character sheets, you're going to see that your stats are already filled out. You have 5 basic stats: Charm, Cunning, Finesse, Luck, and Might. Many of these are intuitive stats. If you're trying to trick somebody, if you're trying to convince somebody to help you out, then you're rolling a charm check, right? If you're trying to trick somebody, then you're doing a cunning check. If you're trying to pick a lock or trying to disengage or sneak through something, then you're rolling a finesse check. Now, luck is a little bit more nebulous, so we're going to speak about that in a second, but might, straight up, if you're doing melee combat with an enemy, then you are rolling might. If you're breaking down a door, it's a strength check, people, if you've played any role-playing system.
Okay.
All right? Yeah, straightforward. Now, finesse and luck, they're a little bit different here. At any time during the game, you can make a decision to trust fate. If you don't have a way that you can make what's called in this system a move, if you cannot make a move as your character to get out of a situation, then you can always trust fate. Now, you can succeed in your trusting of fate, all right? But there will always be a complication. I, as the GM, will inform you how you succeeded and what complication arose. Whatever you said you wanted to do, you'll do it, but something will happen. All right? Now, with finesse, there are going to be a lot of things that finesse makes sense with, but the key thing is the roguish feats. So if you take a look at your character sheet, you're going to see that you should have 2 roguish feats selected, if I'm not mistaken.
I
Yes.
have 3.
3 of them selected?
So
You
who's
have
already
4.
cheating? Oh, these two are cheating.
Wait, hold on a minute.
Yeah, you're right. right.
Okay.
Top right, you have 4?
Yeah, I got 2.
Okay, cool.
Wait, how many do you have, Barry?
3.
3. Okay.
Oh.
Fucking cheaters.
So these character
No.
sheets, you'll notice that some of you have different allocations of points, some of you have different items, some of you have different skills, and apparently different numbers of skills. Now, they've been balanced by Magpie Games, the best role-playing company. They've already been balanced for you, so they should all sort of even out. Now, you'll have these roguish feats. They should be pretty self-explanatory, but I've provided the players at the table with a quick reference guide there for all of the roguish feats. I have a list on the screen here in front of me. You have things like acrobatics, blindside, counterfeit, disable device, etc.
Yes.
If you have that roguish feat, then you get to roll to do it with finesse. And if you succeed, then you just succeed. And you can have a rousing success if you roll a certain number. We'll get into that in just a second. Now, if you do not have a roguish feat, the full list once again is in the reference sheet, you can still attempt it. So if you don't have the pickpocket roguish feat and you want to pick a pocket, you can still attempt to do it, but you're gonna roll luck. So once again, if you have the roguish feat, you roll finesse. If you don't have the roguish feat, you can still do it. You're just going to be trusting fate, which means there will be a complication associated with a success or a failure.
Okay. Cool.
Stupendous. Now, you have basic moves that everybody can do. They include try to figure someone out, persuade an NPC, read a tense situation, trick an NPC, trust fate, wreck something. These are all just things that make sense. Wreck something, you're just trying to knock a door down. Okay? Trick an NPC, it's like a deception check. You use your cunning and you can trick them. Now, these basic moves that everybody can do, you're going to always roll 2d6 in this game. This is a player-facing game, so I will roll dice only if I need to generate a random item for you, and I will usually have you roll the random item. So, with any luck, I'll get through this entire game without rolling a single set of dice.
Yeah,
All right?
good luck.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be too tempting, I know. So, you have your basic moves that you can do, and your associated skills. I believe your character sheet should have some information about that.
Your moves are on the right-hand side.
Yep.
Cool. Great.
Cool.
So you'll have your basic moves that you can do, and that's about it for the mechanics. Otherwise, we need to talk about harm tracks. Okay? There are no hit points in Root, the tabletop role-playing game. Instead, there are 3 separate harm tracks that you have on your sheet. These are injury, exhaustion, and depletion. If you're injured, it's injury. If you jump out of a tree that's too tall and you roll poorly on your trust fate, chance, then you can just take a couple of injury points. Injury is the means by which you die as a character in Root. There is death in Root.
Oh.
All right? If you
Little possum.
you can straight up die.
It went from a Saturday morning cartoon to Happy Tree Friends. Really fast.
Pretty quickly.
Super quick.
Yeah. So I'll tell you occasionally mark injury or mark exhaustion or mark depletion. That means you mark one of those boxes off. If you've filled up one of your tracks, then you're essentially significantly less useful to the party. If you've marked all 5 of your injury boxes, you have 4 injury boxes on these character sheets. If you've marked all 4, then you're on death's door. If you take 1 more injury, you're permanently dead. That's it for you. With exhaustion, if you've marked all your exhaustion track, then you can barely move. You can barely carry anything anymore. You're holding onto that rope and you just can't hold it anymore. You can mark 1 more exhaustion box to expend your last bit of energy, but you're going to be on the ground comatose after that point until you've been healed. Okay? Now, the next track, depletion, is a little more interesting. Depletion in this game serves the same purpose as your inventory in a more complex role-playing game. And it is everything. As a vagabond in this world, you have little pouches all over your body, little pockets in your robes, all this stuff. And if you want to have something, you have it, as long as it's within reason. If you pull out a smoke bomb as the Scoundrel and you throw it on the ground, that's fine. You had that smoke bomb. But you mark 1 depletion. So you have what you need. You don't have the key to the mayor's office in your robes, because there's no reason you'd have that. But other things that are reasonable, you have. You just mark, and if you've filled out all your depletion, then you have no more items. All your pockets are empty. They're turned out. You can regenerate all of these boxes and erase the filled in X's by doing the logical things. If you've taken injury, then you can rest to heal exhaustion. To get your injury taken care of, you need to find somebody to do some medical work on you. So to get injury recovered, you go to a doctor, or you can have first aid done on you. That's one of the things that you can pull out with depletion, would be a first aid kit. These are just basic things I think you're going to run into, so, you know. So if you need to heal your buddy, put a splint on their leg, you just mark one depletion and you pull the bandage that you had in your bag out, and you wrap it around a stick that you cut off of a branch.
And is there a way to heal depletion?
Yes, you have to resupply. If you do something for a powerful entity in the glade, they will often reward you. And I'll say they offer you a reward clear to depletion.
Okay.
And they give you exactly what you need for the upcoming situations that will arise, because we're telling a fun collaborative story, you know, together. So it's more fun if they give you what you need, and then just you can be nice and creative with, oh, they actually handed me this. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you're trying to recover your exhaustion, how well you're sleeping matters. There are woods in this game. You can sleep in the woods. And if you sleep in the woods and you're not disturbed, you can clear one exhaustion. But to really clear exhaustion, you want to get a bed and a nice meal in you. You're a cute little woodland critter. You want to have, you know, second dinner or third breakfast or whatever it is, or fourth meal.
Fourth season.
Yeah. So those run through your harm tracks. The injury and the exhaustion will take you out of the game. Not necessarily permanently, but you won't be involved in the action.
Okay.
The depletion, you can still do whatever you want. Okay?
You just don't have anything anymore.
You just don't have anything
Sounds
anymore.
good.
Yeah. Now there are additional harm tracks for your weapons, your items, your equipment. You should all have a piece of armor, and at least, I think you all have 2 weapons, if I'm not mistaken.
I have 2.
2 weapon options. Perfect. So, you can take damage on your equipment, and that's marked as wear. You have little empty boxes next to all your equipment, and if you fill both of those boxes, your item is essentially no longer working optimally. Let's say you use your hammer to break down a door, and you roll really poorly on your might roll. And you hit that door and it was very solid, and you just took 2 wear on your hammer, and now it's loose. You could still use it to hit an enemy, but you'll mark an additional wear and it will be unusable forever. Having your items repaired, simple enough. You can go to the smithy, they'll repair things for you. Clearing a block of wear just costs you 1 coin of value, and you can get 1 coin of value by pulling it out of your pocket. You just have to mark depletion. Do these things so far make sense? It's straight 1-to-1 trade-off with a lot of this stuff. So that covers your weapons wear. Sometimes you'll have special weapon abilities where you can mark an additional wear to do more damage. You can get, like, strong hit is one of the abilities. And if you do it, you get to add an additional injury to your attack, but you have to mark a wear, and sometimes you have to pay with an exhaustion to do something like that. The last thing regarding harm tracks is the wear on your armor. If you're about to be hit, and they're going to inflict, and I'll tell you, this attack is going to inflict 2 injury on you. You can say, I will take it onto my armor instead. The armor takes wear. If the armor has filled up all of its wear boxes, if you decide to take that last hit on it, and you want it to absorb 1 more injury for you, it's irreparably destroyed. It falls to pieces, it falls off your body, it's garbage now on the ground. Can't be repaired. That's how your equipment works. That's basic. There are a couple of consumable equipment things, but those probably won't come up in this game. You have ranged weapons, they don't have ammunition, you can just shoot an arrow at somebody, and it always hits. If you're at far distance, or whatever the range of your ranged weapon is, and you say, I inflict 1 harm, then it does it. They'll usually take it on their armor, and then run up and hit you with their sword. Just a heads up, okay? But you can totally do that. So as we're playing, these questions will come up of, oh, well, I hit them, what do I do now? And we'll just address those questions as they arise. Most everything is going to be roll 2d6, and if you get 10 or above, that is a rousing success. That is a full, you did a great job. Nat 12 is going to be basically the same thing, unless it's fun in the story for me to give you an additional cool thing, and then I will. Cool. If you get a 7 to 9, that is a success with complication. So you succeed, it's not going to be as great. Now, it's not always going to be a very negative complication, that's just the language of the game, but it's just not as thorough of a success. 6 and below is a failure. You don't do the thing you were trying to do. It's just that simple. Great. I'll tell you what modifier to use as you're rolling, and within about, probably within the first hour or so, I would imagine that you all are going to be proficient. Root the Tabletop RPG Players, produced by Magpie Games. Are there any questions from you, the band of vagabonds?
I don't think so.
Not yet.
I think I'm ready.
Doing good over here.
Okay.
I love the sound of the system.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
It's elegant, it's simple, it's player-facing. It's everything that I like in systems nowadays.
John,
And
you
it
don't
has-
actually have an adventure for tonight, do you?
Oh, no. Oh, am I going too long? I'm trying to give everybody a full rundown.
Just to talk, just to
I was like, well, that's the day for
I wanted you to feel
Yeah.
very comfortable with the system.
I'm feeling well over here, yes.
Cool. This is why I'm 2 weeks behind in my ecology class lectures. Okay. Well, then with no further ado, shall we begin Root the Tabletop RPG, produced by Magpie Games?
Yeah.
Okay. You are a group of vagabonds. You've been traveling around the woodlands, carrying out basic quests to make ends meet. You've known each other for quite a while now, and all of you have some connection to Pellenicky Glade. Pellenicky Glade has been surprisingly untouched by the wars that are currently going on in the woodland. And it seems like a great place to come, because you need to resupply, you need to deal with a couple of injuries, and you've had a rough go of it. A recent encounter with a moose in the woods that you were not fully prepared for has left you slightly depleted and slightly exhausted. So, all of you are going to start off with 1 box of depletion marked and 2 boxes of wear marked. You can spread those out among your equipment as you like. If you'd like to put both of your boxes of wear on your melee weapon and make yourself unable to attack somebody in melee, you can do so. And so, all of you, I mentioned, you all have some connection to this glade. You can use the materials on your character sheet to inform your connection, or you can freestyle some of it, okay? You have a rough understanding of how this area works, but you've been away for a while, and as you enter, here is what you see. The sun spills down through a patchwork canopy of leaves, dappling the walls of the clearing with speckles of brilliant golden light. The walls themselves are well made, tall, cut planks of wood, topped with perfectly symmetrical spikes. The gate is carved with the sigils of the Gossok family, a talon clutching a golden sun, along with figures of Gossok history and lore, all beautiful and expertly hewn. The air between the forest floor and the leaves above is filled with rope lines and hanging nets, strung to form geometric patterns from any perspective, while providing both lines for birds to cross above the buildings below, and a defense from any would-be avian attackers. Mouse burrows and homes dot the forest floor beneath the rope layers. Nothing shows any sign of the damage, destruction, or dilapidation that besets other clearings throughout the woodland. The war has left Pellenicky Glade untouched as of yet.
I quite literally can't take another fucking step. So I'm gonna sit down. You guys go find us something to eat.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty wiped out after that one.
My armor took a pretty bad beating. I'm worried this bow's gonna snap.
Crap, you have some friends around here, right? Can you go get some food or something?
Friends may be a strong word, but I'm sure I can rustle something up. And I'm gonna start digging in the dirt near us for grubs.
Stupendous. Okay. You begin digging in the dirt. I'm going to ask you to make a roll here. You're going to be figuring some... Oh, no. You are going to be... trusting fate.
I am. I'm
Yeah.
trusting fate to give me some delicious little grubs.
This makes complete sense.
Oh, yeah. I got a 10.
Okay, you rolled a 10 with your luck modifier. Solid. Okay, yeah, you dig in the pile, and you find
Fat little grubbies.
fat,
and I'm gonna
delicious grubs.
pull out. Like, do I roll for how many I find?
No, you're familiar with these grubs. You know them. They're delicious. They're very restorative. And you have enough to share with the entire group if you care to do so.
I want to immediately point behind Crap and go,
Wait, isn't that a really, really good friend of yours?
Roll with cunning.
Steal my grubs right now?
that's a 3.
Okay, you know that Rubbish is after your grubs, and he has done this before.
Just like look down and hit you, just Rubbish and kick you a little bit. Hey, come on.
You know I don't have any friends.
All right, Crap. Would you mind sharing some of your grubs?
I will neatly divide them into the 5 piles.
Stupendous. These grubs they're just fat, they're juicy, they're succulent. You can almost feel them bursting with the juices. It's like thick, pure, fresh egg yolk inside of there. And it is going to be so restorative when you consume these.
I am leaning up against the wall, kind of watching the area, just keeping my eyes around as these guys all eat. I'll
Okay.
just pop one in my mouth.
Stupendous.
And I'm feeling a little greedy, so while everybody else is talking, I try and reach over and steal a couple more grubs from somebody.
That's stupendous. You can tell me who you are trying to steal from. Do you have any roguish feats that will allow you to roll this with finesse?
Yes, I could do a pickpocket.
You can absolutely
Alright,
do
I'll
a
go ahead and try
pickpocket.
to pickpocket from Crap over here.
Great. Roll,
know.
yeah,
Damn.
roll and add finesse.
Alright.
It all rolls downhill.
Oh my god!
Hey, a 12.
Okay,
So
yep.
15.
Yeah.
Plus my finesse, so 15.
Okay, fantastic. So, Crap has set their grubs down on the ground, and you reach over and you grab them so expertly that you rearrange them so you can't even tell there was some missing. But you are going to get more restored when that happens, and you will realize that there weren't as many grubs as you thought in that pile.
Counting is hard.
Crap. Okay. Making a quick note. All right, great. So you're looking around the space.
Yeah, just in case anybody's coming up, or old habits, just making sure everything's safe. Even though I know we're in town and things should be safe.
Stupendous. I'm going to need you to roll with cunning to read the situation.
Let's read the situation. That's a 12, not box cards.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, 12. Yeah, you completely understand what's going on. So I'm going to describe a few things of note that you see around you. You see a couple of people who look like they are an authority figure, but they look like they're authority figures to different sort of groups. Okay? You know a little bit about this area, and you know that the mouse population is the laborer, guard, sort of underling population. They're not slaves or mistreated necessarily, but they're the workers here. And you see a mouse wearing surprisingly nice armor. And he's walking around with a group of other mice who are wearing less showy armor, but they are armed.
I had a question for
Please.
world building.
Yeah.
I'm a cat. Do I eat mice?
You do not eat mice.
I do not eat mice. What do I eat? I just eat stuff.
You eat bugs,
Okay.
you eat fungi, you eat fruits, you eat vegetables.
Okay.
Now,
Grubbies.
I do
If-
not feel hungry looking at these mice.
no, but you can get as dark as you want to with the system. It will be cannibalism. Like in any game, you can choose to eat another person. And I'll give you the benefits of eating some food. But you better not get seen doing that.
Okay, understood.
Got it? Cool.
I'll kind of tap.
There are some more things you'd
Oh,
like me to give you,
excellent.
because you
Yes.
rolled a 12, so
No,
you're going to
no,
get a couple
oh.
of other important things.
Sounds good.
Okay, so these mice, they're wearing armor. You've got the one who's wearing the nicer armor. He's not like barking orders, but you can tell that they're deferring to his judgment. Okay? You see another group of mice. These look like workers. Okay? And they are hanging around a bird. You see them off in the distance across the square, and there is a bird speaking to them. All right? And they look to be listening to something kind of like a lecture.
Okay.
And then you see a business. It's a fantasy game. It's the Inn Tavern restaurant. Okay. You see it over there. It's got a sign on it. It says the Beer Burrow. All right.
Beer Burrow, I love it.
And through a piece of very shoddy looking glass, which is amazing. The fact that there's glass, this is a nice spot. But for us, it ain't the best glass. You see a pair of eyes that are pointing directly at you. It's just someone sitting there.
Hey, Ryan. Two things. One, check out that mouse's armor.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I could probably do better, but it would take me some time.
More importantly, though, we're being watched. Hey, everybody, don't all look at once. Being watched over by that building.
I look
Who?
immediately.
I immediately sit up and stare.
I'll just kind of like lean back and put my hand like kind of over my head so it's not obvious I'm looking, but it's very obvious. And I'm just gonna kind of look over and try and, somebody's watching us.
I'm gonna stand up and go like this to look closer.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, you probably shouldn't do that. I mean, it's already uncomfortable for me to be back here. I mean, the Goshawks already kicked me out once, and if we keep drawing attention to ourselves, it seems like it'd be very, very bad. We should probably try and go somewhere. Like I have a workshop. It's only a little ways away.
You're looking directly at the... Okay. Are you trying to be hidden in any way?
No.
All right. You make perfect eye contact with another bird. Who here, how close is your relationship with the Gossiks?
With the Gossiks, I don't have them on my thing. Oh, wait. Who are they? Are they Woodland Alliance?
So they are not one of the, and we didn't actually worry about reputation yet, but they are not affiliated with any of the three groups.
How would I know?
The Gossiks, they're like the rulers of they're not the rulers, they're the leaders of this glade. And if any of you have some familiarity with this area, then you know that the Gossiks, they were gifted this by the Eyrie dynasty, and that they've run this area very well in the past.
So, I was gonna ask if they had any relations to the Eyrie. So,
Yes.
knowing that, and now, okay, I don't know much about the Eyrie. Is that mostly bird? Is that the bird?
The Eyrie
Yeah.
are all birds.
Okay.
They've ruled the woodland for as long as anybody can remember.
Air power. Look it up.
Oh yeah, and as a bird, you do get to fly in this game. Yes, so they've ruled for as long as anybody remembers. They've been sort of a very stuffy organization with a ton of infighting that people are tired of, but they built all the connections between the clearings. They've done a lot of really good things to maintain order.
Okay, so Crap doesn't know this area very well.
Okay.
She's just kind of heard some intel that someone is here that she's looking for.
Okay.
And so I'm going to say, I think it's a beak.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, noticing that it's a bird staring at us, I'm gonna go ahead. I want to see if there's anything around me that I could try and hide. I mean, I want to immediately try and break eyesight with this pair of eyes.
Wait, did you say that there's a person? There's a beak staring at us?
Yeah.
There's a bird staring at us from out there.
That's not good, guys. That's not good. It's probably one of the Goshawks, and if it's not, it's probably one of their spies.
Wait. Like, are the eyes like really, really pretty? I can't see.
I'm immediately trying to hide, like break eye contact or break sight with this person.
Are
They're-
they pretty?
yeah. Yes. You don't even have to roll to check. This is a handsome bird. gentleman.
The one that's hiding and staring at us?
He's not even hiding. He's just looking at you.
It's
He's
a
just-
guy?
yeah,
Oh,
it's just
absolutely not. No,
It's just
I'm hiding.
a very cool dude. You're gonna dash behind a. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
You're gonna
and
hide behind something.
I
Yeah.
do have hide
Stupendous.
as a roguish feat, so I
Yeah.
can roll with finesse, correct?
You can roll with finesse to hide. There's a cart right next to you that you can just duck behind. It's full of apples.
That's a 10. So
Yeah.
So
You
yeah,
hide
so I just
perfectly.
like in one swift movement, just kind of turn, go towards that cart with break eye contact. Hopefully, kind of scout the area to get some people crossing the eyesight path. Flip my little hood over and then duck behind the apples. Part some of the apples so I can see.
Yeah.
Watching the two of them disappear, I'm going to become completely uncomfortable, look around, and then walk behind the closest box or crate.
Okay. You're just gonna move over there. Mm-hmm. Now you're also attempting to hide yourself. Then
Yes.
that means that you need to roll with luck.
Whoever this...
A3.
A3. Okay. You walk over there and you don't notice that there's already somebody hanging out leaning against that barrel. And it's a cute little cat kid, and you step right on his tail, and he yowls and pushes at you and just runs away in fear, making a big scene, and everybody notices you now.
I shrink more.
Okay.
And at this point, I start looking for a place to hide as well.
Okay.
It looks
do
like
not
we're all
want to be-
hiding.
Yeah.
Everybody's hiding, so if you don't have
I'm
the hide
very
skill,
uncomfortable.
then let's see who's hidden well.
I do
roll
have the
with,
hide
You do have hides. You roll with finesse.
So 10.
Stupendous. You roll. Oh, man, we're getting all tens. This is great. Yeah, you hide. Great. The two of you, you're hide. I'm sorry, I shouldn't point. Fen and Nimble, you both go to the same cart and you hide in there, and you realize that there are 4 knots in the bottom of this cart, and you can just perfectly see through those holes, and you've got a great view, and you see that handsome bird, and he is just sitting there, sipping on some juice, and looking out, and he's just staring at Crap, who just, made no show of hiding that you were there.
I'm doing recon.
You're reconning. Okay.
Crap! Get
Stupendous.
over here. Once I realized that was that bird was a guy, I immediately ran to hide and I got a 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a 7 is with some minor complications. Okay. So, you rush over to a barrel. All right. It's on its side, and you scamper in there, and the barrel flips onto its side. And now you're hidden perfectly. Nobody can see you. But you're kind of stuck in this barrel. So you can get out of the barrel, and you'll have to roll me a finesse check. And if you fail that finesse check, you're making a big scene as well. Alright. So this bird has noticed the party. And he...
What? That seems safe. Really?
Yeah. He at least notices Crap and Ryan, who just made a big old scene in the middle of the plaza. And he stands up at his table, and he walks to the door of the beer burrow and begins walking towards you.
Guys, he's coming over.
Ryan, is this guy gonna like kick your ass or something?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to be back yet. I think it would be good to go.
Crap. Ryan, just see if he's coming towards you, just see what he wants. We'll stay hidden.
Wait, what's happening?
I'm gonna move forward to meet him.
Stupendous. Okay. Now, any of you can do a roll to figure somebody out. Okay? But you're going to have much more luck with it if you're actually in conversation with this entity.
Okay. I will move to meet him.
Okay, great. This bird continues approaching you, and he extends his wing and says, "Oh, hello. You're part of the Vagabond band that just arrived."
Who's asking?
"Oh, I'm so sorry. My name is Zale. Zale Gossok. You may have heard of me."
I'm gonna kind of scratch my forehead like I'm thinking about it. And have I heard of him? Is he famous?
Zale Gossok is, if you have any familiarity with this area, you know of him. He's sort of like the prodigal son of the Gossok family.
Okay.
He's never really lived up to the status that his name allows.
I don't think I know that part though. That's what I've decided. I know of him.
Cool. Great, yeah.
Okay.
And this would be a great time for you to roll with charm to figure somebody out. The way that things work in Root, it's like a perception check, right? You'll be able to, if you roll well, you'll be able to hold a few different things you can do. Like you can say, you can figure out if they're telling the truth, what they're really feeling, what they intend to do, what they wish you would do, or how you could get them to do blank.
Okay.
So you'll roll, and I'll tell you how many of those things you get to hold.
And hearing his introduction as Zale, I am most definitely trying to hide more. Now I'm going to be a little more obvious about trying to hide.
Okay, great.
And that would tell me that he's very close to the Eyrie, being one of the main Gossiks. So.
And you do know that the Gossiks, they have not allied officially with the Eyrie.
Okay, they have not. Yet.
While they were gifted this because of great exploits in battle of one of the elder, the now deceased Gossiks, they have run this area independently. It has no official tie. Though you do notice from your perfect hiding spot that Zale is wearing very nice Gossik armor. I'm sorry, Eyrie armor. Specifically Eyrie armor.
Okay.
So, what did you roll on your charm check to figure somebody out?
I got an 8.
An 8. That means you get to hold one of these things. I'm handing you the list. And as we now participate in a conversation, you can choose at any time to expend your hold and ask me one of those things.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, sort of heard of you, maybe. You were looking at all of us.
Yes, well, I'll be honest. I've been out of town for a while, and I really need someone to give me a hand, you know? Have you heard about what's been going on here?
No.
Well, it's absolutely awful. My good brother, right? Now, he's been the mayor of this glade for a long time, and everybody seems really happy with him. I loved the guy, you know? I was sure he was going to welcome me with open arms when I got home, but not 2 weeks ago, he was murdered. Alton.
Oh, that's sad.
It's really crushing me.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I think that...
You want to kill the guys who killed him.
Well...
That's pretty illegal.
It would be entirely illegal for me to do something like that. But I'm very interested in finding out who they are. So
And
they
then
could
killing
be
them?
brought to justice.
Justice. I'm gonna wink.
Yes. Oh, and he winks back at you. This is a very charming bird.
He wants me to kill these people. Okay. Noted.
Now, I will point out that is a thing you can hold.
Oh,
for there.
I know, John.
Okay,
I got
good.
the list.
Okay, I'm just making sure, you know.
Crap is picking up what he's putting down.
Oh, you're picking up the crap. Cool. Okay, good. So you grab the crap. No. So, you've been talking to Zale. He's proposed this to you. He says, now, all of your party, it seems like some of them don't want to speak to me, but this is all fine. Maybe, listen, you could just come with me to the beer burrow. We'll sit down, I'll buy you all a drink and a meal, and you can just hear me out.
There's something we should talk about before that.
Oh, what's that?
One of my party members, there is an issue with him living here with permission.
Can I hear what's going on as I'm endeavoring to find a hiding space? Because that information is important to me.
Yes, you can absolutely hear this conversation.
Can we all hear?
You can all... Oh, yeah, I should make this clear. You can all hear what's going on. And if you ever want to come out of hiding, you absolutely can. Except for you, Rubbish, who will have to make a finesse roll to see how gracefully you come out of
So
hiding.
as crap is starting in that direction, I'm going to quickly walk up and go, no, it's not that. It's not the sting at all. No, it's actually fine. Hi, I'm Ryan.
He extends his
I'm
wing.
I'm one of the vagabonds.
Oh, hello, Ryan.
I
Yeah.
work in concert with crap.
Ah, I see you've got tools on you. Maybe your skills could be very useful in the adventure to come.
Yes. I fix things.
Oh, well, that's great. We have quite a problem here in town, which could use some fixing. If you heard the death of my dear
Yes.
brother. Yes.
So I'm gonna, seeing that this is going on, and being like, okay, well now I have to go out there. Just because I'm a little paranoid, I'm gonna take some like mud from that down and kind of just put it on my face to change the color of my fur a bit and to hide. I mean, one of my eyes is clearly white and scarred, but I'm gonna try and like hide the cut scar on my face a little bit with mud, and then I'll come on out and say, "Oh, okay, I found it." Hi, I'm with the Vagabond group too, and I'm trying not to make direct eye contact. I'm like looking at the chest of this creature, like trying to be close enough that he's like, is he not looking me in the eyes? But
Now, Fen, what is your tie to the Gossips?
so my tie to the Gossips is that to be honest, since I've heard that they are not necessarily, in allegiance with the Eyrie, but there might be a tie there. I've tried to avoid them a lot.
Zale's wearing very clear. He's wearing symbols to show that like he's allied with the Eyrie.
So I'm definitely leery of him.
The Eyrie.
Yes.
I've been thinking.
So this is honestly probably the closest I've gotten. So around town, I have in my time tried to pick up what gossip I can, talk to who I can to learn as much about them as I can. I have not interacted with one yet, and now I am being forced to. So I will.
Forced is a super strong word.
Great.
Came
Forced.
Out of hiding.
So you're approaching Zale.
Yeah.
He extends his wing to you as well. He is going around shaking hands, kissing babies. He's very friendly to you. And if you'd like to, you could also try to figure somebody out with a charm roll.
Yeah. I'll
Does
make
the thing that I've held, does that expire at the end of the conversation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. During this conversation, you can expend that.
Okay.
Or at the very end, if you're like, now, what was he really
Okay.
after? You can do that.
Okay.
Yep. But you can't tomorrow say, hey, what was he? Yeah.
Understood.
Yep.
So with the 3 on the die minus my 1 for charm, that's 2.
You just you know you can see the things that you can see about him. You're not totally buying into whatever he says, but you're not gonna figure out anything special from him.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
But he's incredibly friendly to you, and he says, "Oh, you look like a capable vagabond. Fantastic."
Yes, I would describe myself as such.
Now, maybe are there others of you? Maybe we can just get the introductions all out. I'd love to treat you all to a meal, and I mean, do you have a place to stay in town?
That's very personal.
Oh, well,
No, I
No?
don't.
Hey, are you guys still talking to that bird?
So say, come on out.
Yes, I would like to, as gracefully as I can,
please
get out of this
roll me a finesse.
barrel.
Let's see how you do it. Unless, do you have acrobatics as a roguish feat?
Absolutely not.
Then give me that roll.
I got a 7.
You've got a 7? Okay. You start to slink out of the barrel, and it tips onto its side, and it starts rolling away. And you're going, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Is it close enough that I could run to it to
Same
stop
question.
it?
I would run
Oh,
over
yeah.
and endeavor
Yeah.
to stop it.
You do so. You run
I
over.
throw up all of the grubs that I just ate.
Yep, and you were eating them whole, basically, so they start to crawl away.
I'm going
They
to
do the grub
re-eat
thing. They
them.
wiggle, and you eat those grubs back up. That's stupendous. Okay, but you are now out, and once again, Zale approaches you and says, "Oh, hello, I'm Zale. It's such a pleasure. Welcome."
Do I know this person?
Does your sheet tell you anything about knowing this
What
person?
relation does he have to Mina?
Not a significant relationship.
Okay. Then I'll go.
So,
Yeah, I'll shake his hand and I'll go.
so do you know Mina?
I've been out of town for a while.
Well, so is she. But do you know if she's like back, or is she coming back, or is she coming around? Like, I mean, I just wondering if maybe she's coming back around, or maybe she's talked about me or something.
I haven't heard anything, but you seem incredibly endearing, and
Okay,
I
and I'll just turn away and just start walking away sadly.
What do we know about Mina?
No, come on back. I'll grab your shirt and pull you back.
Yeah, I mean, we've been traveling for a while. What do we have you spoken of Mina to us?
Yeah, that's my ex-girlfriend. Oh, and I came back here looking for her.
Okay, well then in that case, I need you to do a cunning check.
Okay. I kind of got ran out of town.
Of this town?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna. okay.
10.
Sorry, 11.
11. Yeah, you see Mina. Yeah.
Wait, she's here?
Mina's the bird who was talking to the group of mice, the ones who look like workers. She's over there, and they don't seem to really be buying her shit, but, you know. She's over there talking to them, which is odd to see a gossip mingling with the commoners like this.
Okay, so as Fen is holding on to my shirt, and I notice Mina there, I'm just gonna try to smack Fen's hand away and try to run as quickly as I can.
I'm not gonna put up too much of a fight. This is so. If he's really going for it, I'll let go.
You're running to Mina.
Absolutely.
Stupendous. Okay, now, so,
Okay, so seeing that,
yes.
my family background connection is with Rubbish. Rubbish and I had each other's backs when we were run out of the clearing because our natures got out of hand. And so I know where he's going.
Great.
I am going to tackle him for his own good.
You're going to try to stop him. Okay, so that's going to be a straight-up might check.
And
Rubbish, don't do it.
While that's happening, I want to step in the line of sight between Vale and them all.
Zale.
And
Okay.
them all.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, we do have some personalities in our group that previously have been an issue in this area.
Oh, of course. Listen,
That's private!
I've been out from the city for a long time. I encounter a lot of vagabond bands.
Sure, but do you have any way of assuring that we can stay in the area?
Yeah, don't
even
tell him
with
about
that
it!
history.
My sway at this point is limited in town, but I'm certain that I can. It's a big city. You can definitely find. I can find you someplace to stay. For, you know, I'll even maybe cover half of your room and board, or if you can all sleep in one bunk bed, I'll cover the whole place.
We are small and soft, so we probably could.
Yeah.
It's better than sleeping in the woods. Alright, Rubbish, you got this under control yet? That's a 9.
That's a 9 with might.
Yes.
Okay, then what you're going to be doing right now is a grapple.
Oh.
So you have grappled Rubbish, and it's nothing too wild. You have grappled, you're rolling with might, and you rolled above a 10?
I rolled a 9.
You rolled a 9, so both of you get to choose something here.
Okay.
You can either inflict injury upon him,
Okay.
you can wear them down and mark exhaustion on them, you can exploit weakness where you mark exhaustion on yourself to inflict 2 injury.
Holy shit.
Or you can disengage. Or I will allow you to simply attempt to hold the grapple where you're both immobile on the ground in a tussle.
And that is my objective.
Fantastic. So you're not inflicting any injury or exhaustion. Okay. Now, that means that you, Rubbish, you get to also choose from that list.
I mean, the only thing that I'm going to do is just try to get out of it, which I think means that I'm inflicting exhaustion, unfortunately.
Okay, you're just going to try to wear down.
I'm just trying to
PvP
wiggle.
within
I'm
10
just trying to
minutes.
wiggle out of him, but you
Hey,
know.
that's okay. We're not in the combat heavy portion yet, so there'll be a
Have
chance
some
to take a
dignity.
break.
She got you. Let her go.
Rubbish strikes a quick blow, throwing an elbow back and catching you square in the nose, Ryan.
Seriously, that freaking hurts.
You take 1 injury, and you feel like one of your front teeth, which are very valuable to you, may have slightly been
I
loosened.
was trying to do exhaustion.
Exhaustion? I'm so sorry. You
Trying to do exhaustion, not injury.
you grab tightly onto Ryan's tooth.
Come on, man, start it.
No,
Not going at
here's
you.
what happens. Ryan is holding you incredibly tightly, but you put your knee against his chest and begin pushing with all your might against him. Because Ryan is only trying to hold you steady, this requires a great exertion of effort, and you have to mark 1 exhaustion on your character sheet. Now, this will continue until one of you disengages, or falls unconscious, or dies. So, we enter our second round of the grapple. This
Seriously,
is our
man?
spotlight right now, so it's
Come
these
on,
2 players.
everybody's looking.
I'm
You're
probably
just watching
this.
this.
'cause
I know, I'm still hiding.
Yeah.
If you want to
I'm just
intervene,
watching.
you may interject.
Rubbish, you gotta stop this. She's
Okay,
not
yeah,
taking you back.
I'm gonna come over and I'm going to pull Ryan up, and well, my ideal would be to grab them both by the scruff and pull them up.
Fantastic. All you have to do is roll a might check.
All right, come on, knock it off, you two. That's an 8.
An 8 is success. Okay, yeah, you pull them both apart, and you're holding them by the collar, but it is success with complication. Because this is player facing, I'm going to let you, Pedro, decide what happens. You can hold tightly to Rubbish and prevent him from running up to Mina. Or you can, if you do this, you will take either an exhaustion or an injury as Rubbish lashes out at you to get free. Or you can let him run off. You've stopped the grapple successfully, though.
I'm gonna take the exhaustion, and I'm gonna try and get them to stop.
You
Finn,
have
don't
now.
let him go. It's for his own good.
Say, look, he's in town. Stop for a second. Get a hold of yourself.
Okay, he is now we're just in roleplay.
Fine, I absolutely go limp, and I like 100% limp. Like I drop down to the ground unless he continues like holding me up, and I go,
Fine, as long as she knows that I'm here or whatever.
Trust me, after that, she knows you're here.
I'll look over. Is she looking our way?
Actually, Mina is in an impassioned plea, like giving a speech to this group of mice.
Since
He's
looking-
on. I noticed that Rubbish is on the ground.
Yes.
I'm gonna look Fenn right in the eyes. Goes. She sees him, right? Nodding my head.
Yes.
Does she
Vigorously.
It looks
She
like
does.
she saw you. Now she's back to speaking to the mice.
Does she still look super hot?
I'm gonna look at Fenn.
I'm gonna say,
Raised eyebrows.
yes, she still looks hot. Now
Yeah,
let's
she's
go
hot.
and see
She's
what this
hot.
man wants.
Mina looks like a punk rock bird. She's clearly the counterculture member of the Gothic family, and
But if she's a Mina bird, is she only doing cover tunes though?
Okay, well that's the end of Rude. No, she looks pretty good. She looks cool. She's a cool looking
An
bird.
eyebrow piercing?
Oh yeah.
Beak piercings.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. She has like a dyed feather streak. It's probably like berry juice that she jammed in there.
Speculatively, I'll say, she does look pretty hot.
Yeah, no, she looks pretty hot. The whole Gothic family, pretty hot. Good breeding.
You guys are all kind of hot.
Yeah, Zale says thank you very much. Oh, that's the Mina you were talking about. Yes, that's my sister.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, cool. Thanks for pretending that you didn't know who the fuck I was talking about.
Yeah, well, I thought maybe it was a different Mina. I figured there's no way that you, no offense, had any, relationship with,
I will take one step closer to put myself between Rubbish and Zale.
Okay. Well, Zale doesn't seem specifically very upset. He says, listen, you seem like you've just clearly arrived in town, and I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the beer burrow and finish my drink, but I'll be there for a while. You're welcome to come and join me, and if I'm not there, then just ask around. You'll find me.
At this point, since I'm generally still facing him well in front of Rubbish, we'll look at Fenn and go, what the hell happened to you? You were dust dirty when we came into town.
Shut up. Sometimes, it's a dirty life being a vagabond. You get mud on your face. And anyway, let's go.
And in your eyes?
We will join you.
Yes, we
and speak on the matter of which you proposed.
It's been a real pleasure meeting you.
I did want to ask, your brother was the mayor. Who is now?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? Who will take over the seat? Now, clearly it should be me, but I'm not an impartial judge of that.
Have you ruled before?
No, but I've been involved with the Eyrie dynasty since I left town, and I've learned a lot about their ways, and the resistance that my brother, he insisted on this area being independently run. It's kind of foolish. The Eyrie dynasty is what gave this land to us, and we should allow them to have a role here. I think it'd be really nice.
I couldn't help but notice the gear you've got on, and I'll reach out and I'll kind of scratch my claw over the plate.
Yeah, this is this is pretty cool. Nice armor. It looks a little bit too ornamental. You know, like it's
not quite
not
practical.
necessarily practical, but it's very nice. Your claw runs along it and does not scratch any of its gilded nature.
You picked this up while you were away.
Oh, yes. Yes. In fact, there's a friend of mine who I'd like to introduce you to. It was actually a personal gift from him. But he seems to have gotten off somewhere, and I'm sure he'll join us if you come to the tavern.
I'll say, mouse about this tall, big shiny armor.
Oh! No, definitely. You're talking about Captain Wosi. Over there, and he points at him.
Yes, I was wondering.
I specifically don't look.
Okay. He takes note of this, and he's a little bit perplexed by the nature of your vagabond crew, but he has, as you said, dealt with vagabonds in the past, and you're all a ragtag bunch out there.
I think some food sounds like a good idea. We'll come meet with you, and we, in exchange for helping, we are in need of some supplies as well. So maybe that can be arranged.
While we're doing this discussion thing, you're gonna buy us food?
Of course, yeah. I would be a terrible host if I didn't.
That's true. That's very, very, very true.
Well, we're not doing anything else right now.
Shall we go eat?
Yeah, we could use a rest. Okay.
Okay.
I'm full on sulking right now, but at the mention of food, my ears perk up.
Nimble, you can come out now.
I come out. I've been watching from afar, a little bit nervous about his Eyrie armor.
Okay.
Yes.
And then, squad rolls out.
Stupendous. Okay, squad rolls out. You move through the town square, and you get to the beer burrow. You walk inside, and it's a raucous scene. It's a fantasy tavern, people. It's nice. Everybody there is nice to you as you enter. Okay? You all look around and you realize, like, you could probably beat up anybody in this bar, even the weakest among you. These are simple townsfolk, okay? And if you got into a tussle with them, they'd be on the receiving end of a beatdown. Okay? But Zale ushers you over, and he says, "Here, please, take a seat at my table." And he snaps his fingers.
This is your table?
Yes, right here. And he says, Jessamy. And he snaps his fingers, and the mouse from behind the bar shuttles out and says, "Zale, you're back. They decided to join you. Wonderful. Well, please, here, I'll bring over some extra seats," and it's a whole scene as she shoves a table next to the table and moves the chairs and does all the things.
I'm trying to be as small as I can as all the eyes are on us.
You can always make a hide check
Yeah,
if you'd like
I'm going
to.
to try and hide to be inconspicuous.
Yeah, please.
So I am going to connect eyes because I assume Jessamy is Jessamy Win.
Yes, Jessamy Win.
And
Yes.
I'm going to, as imperceptibly as possible, put my fingers to my lips because Jessamy is the one that gave me the ideas that, well, at least one of the two that gave me the ideas to get me kicked out.
Ooh. Would you have shared this with the party?
Not yet.
Okay.
Just
Just that I haven't been back to town for a while, and I have
Okay.
a workshop on the outskirts.
And as I said early on in the session, you can choose to use those things. I like that you use them. Also, I don't have full familiarity, so,
This is why I was
let the
wondering.
whole table know as you want things to be revealed.
I got an 8 for my hide check.
That's success.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's success with a slight complication involved. Okay, cool. You're going to sort of...
Shrug back and just hold my hand.
Look very menacing.
Very, very menacing with my ouchie eye.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you do that, and nobody notices you in the space. You've become inconspicuous. Anybody who does glance at you, they're a little bit intimidated. You have an imposing nature right now. Your arms are crossed. Maybe you flipped your collar up.
Definitely.
Your feathers, your fur up.
Pulls his hood up, like straight up Strider.
Yeah,
Exactly my image.
but you
Strider,
can
the cute
tell
little wolf.
that...
I also pull out my
Yeah.
little pipe and light it too. 'Cause I do have that.
So, while you have avoided the attention of any of the common denizens while you've been here, you have caught the eye of somebody. a character who looks a little out of place. Once again, wearing pretty nice clothes. This is an owl. The owl is coming down the stairs, and so from their perspective, they have seen the entire sort of performance you've put on of going from uncomfortable to looking a little too cool and tough in the corner.
Crap.
And you notice that they notice you, and that's what happens with your role.
Oh boy. Okay.
But
maybe
everybody
that won't
else
be
in the
bad.
tavern is not catching an eye. You've accomplished what you wanted with a complication.
Excellent.
Ask Zale, so what's your sister squawking about out there?
Oh, well, she's always had these ideas, right? That our position, we should bring up the mice and we should allow them to live with us up in the treetops more, not just in a serving role, but running the glade. And quite frankly, the mice aren't abused or anything, and they really, everyone that I've talked to says that they like my family and that they like me and that they're happy with the way things are. So I see no good reason to complicate things.
If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go get some lemon for my water.
Oh yeah, please. And hey,
I'm gonna get up.
yeah, Jessamy,
walk.
everything
No,
they
no.
want's on me.
I just nod and walk up to the bar where Jessamy is.
Okay, stupendous. Let's go ahead and shift our spotlight to Ryan as he approaches Jessamy. Our spotlight shifts, the camera pans as we see Ryan sort of sheepishly?
No,
Very boldly.
boldly, but what I'm trying to do is make sure no one's necessarily watching me. I'm just a guy going to get some lemon.
You kick a fucking table across the
Exactly
room and you
not
push
that.
a little girl over and yeah. Okay, no. So yep, you approach the bar and Jessamy sees you approaching and she says, Ryan.
Hey, Jess.
Hi.
So I didn't realize he was dead. So I'm sorry I didn't come back sooner, but I was traveling with these guys and things are good. Although it doesn't sound like this new guy Zale. Doesn't sound like he has any better ideas about sharing the wealth, and as we've talked about for years, giving the goshawks money to everyone.
Yes, well, no, Zale, he's been fine to us. He's certainly a charming fellow.
But not equality.
I don't know. He definitely won't be bringing us up. He doesn't really care about our play. He doesn't see that we have any real problems, honestly.
Yes,
says that
he
we're
said
safe.
to us
Yeah.
that the mice are all happy.
That's, of course, what
That's
we
not
say.
a new thing. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
How's OSHA?
OSHA's fine. Fine. Since you've left, things have been going better. And I don't mean that the way it sounds, Ryan. I really don't. But
Not
it's-
worse. Dripping with subterfuge.
no, things have become more manageable, let's say.
I can imagine without Alton around.
Yes, and it is a terrible shame. And she moves her eyes back and forth like an NPC does when they're being slightly suspicious.
And I will do the same, looking left, looking right.
Stupendous. Your eyes flick left and right.
Right. That's
great. And Jessica says, "Yes, it's terrible. Terrible what happened to Alton. What have you heard? Zale told you, I'd imagine?"
He told us that, well, actually I overheard it. I didn't actually get told, but he told us that he died.
Yes, nobody knows who did it. He was discovered in his office with a knife, a small dagger just sticking out of his back.
And so I lean in. A mouse-sized dagger?
Well, it was mouse-made, but that doesn't mean very much in
It
this
means
clearing.
nothing. No. Some of the mice are the best craftsmen here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I see no risk. It seems like you've gotten in good with Zale. He's a very good person to know in the town. He can do a lot of things for you. And we're going to move our spotlight back over to the main group, and you're all sitting in a conversation with Zale. So, if you'd like to ask any other questions, you absolutely can. If any of you want to, you already rolled with cunning, right, Fen? Okay. So if anybody else who has not yet rolled with cunning would like to figure somebody out, you can choose to do that.
Is there anything like a deck of cards or anything like that, or would I have anything like that? Is there anything like that available right here?
Ah, my friend, you have anything you want if you mark depletion.
For sure. Okay, I will pull out whatever game is like popular around here.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Catan.
Whatever like kind of game would be used.
It's Jax.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody knows Jax.
Okay. Is that popular for like betting on and stuff like that?
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
Fantastic. Then yeah, I will mark off one depletion.
And because you have, I know the track on your skill on your character sheet, you actually do not need to mark depletion on this yet, unless you lose the item or lose a wager. So you can unmark that depletion. My apologies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You have a thing with games of chance, so you have the game. You don't need to mark depletion because you're not exhausting the resource.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm getting my sea legs with the system.
Sure, we all are.
Fantastic. Yeah, so I actually wanted to use one of my moves, which is called Let's Play.
Great.
And so I would like to turn to Zale and go,
So, yeah, for maybe a game of jacks.
Always. Always. I love Jax. You know, in the Eyrie dynasty, they establish ranks sometimes among the common rabble in the military organization via Jax games.
and as he's telling me about this terrible, horrible thing that he's talking about, I'm going to start setting up the game. So with this move, I'm trying to just get him to tell me something of importance.
Okay, great.
And so this allows me to roll with Charm on a hit, so which is the 10 or above, I believe. He lets slip something useful or valuable. On a 7 to 9, I have to lose the game to get him there.
Yep.
And I have to mark a depletion.
Okay.
On a miss, he's better than you ever thought, and I mark a depletion, and I have to cut my losses, or mark 3 depletion, and he'll start talking.
Okay, great.
All right.
He starts playing with you, and you're having a nice, friendly conversation. He seems like he's kind of trying to distract you from the game by having a more elevated conversation.
I got a 12.
You got a straight up 12.
Yes. 10 plus 2.
Cool. I was going to say a natural 12, which is the thing that we'll just have in this game. But yeah, you rolled a dirty 12. Okay, so
Filthy.
based on your skill, one more time, can we get the text there?
When you play a
find
game
out
of
what you
skill
want.
and wit to loosen another's tongue, roll with Charm. On a hit, they let slip something useful or valuable.
Okay. Stupendous. As he's playing the game with you, he mentions a name. And you know this name as another member of the Gossip family. Alright? And his name is Callum.
Callum Gossip.
Callum Gossick. Alright? And he says, ever since Callum got back with his owl friend, I feel like there's been some shady stuff going on. I'm not sure I trust him, and it's not just because of the big eyes. Oops, looks like you missed that one. But you didn't. You did a great job because you're rolling very well on these jacks. Yes. So he lets slip that piece of essential information.
Okay. Fantastic.
And you have played the game of chance. You don't have to mark depletion because you didn't lose the bet.
So let's talk about what the job would look like. You're wanting to know who killed your brother.
Yeah.
Do you have any leads?
No, honestly, I really don't. I hate to even mention this, because it's, I really think, probably just an urban legend, but everything's worth investigating, am I right? We've all been out in the wild, right? And so we know that unexpected things happen all the time. I'm just like one of you.
Yes.
Just like clearly.
I'm very adventurous.
It's taking a long time to answer this question.
Yeah.
We're looking at his incredibly shiny
Yeah.
armor.
We're looking at ourselves in the reflection.
Yeah.
Our disgusting little, like, dirty rags.
Have you heard of the Silent Paw?
No,
No?
never.
Oh.
I'm lying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are lying. Okay.
I have no idea what that is.
You don't know what the Silent Paw is?
Vaguely.
Vaguely? Okay. Well,
Interesting.
then I'll explain for your benefit.
Thank you.
Yes. The Silent Paw. her name is mentioned in hushes and whispers in alleys. But the common folk, they attribute anything inexplicable to an action of the silent paw.
So Crap's pupils are like the size of like quarters, and her ears are pricked forward, and she's leaning across the table a little.
Great.
Nimble's ears have noticeably flicked upward as well.
Okay. Stupendous. Alrighty. Now, I don't really believe in the silent paw. Zale thinks that his master storytelling has just entranced the two of you, and he draws most of his attention to you, appreciating your attention in turn. Alright, so he's looking at you, which means that the rest of the party can do stuff if they'd like to take the spotlight. But for now, the silent paw, I don't honestly believe she's even real. But this murder is going to cause some serious repercussions in the area, and destabilizing this would be quite a feather in her cap, pun intended. Because we're birds and we have feathers.
Were there missing feathers on the body?
No, it was just it's a turn of phrase. I turned it into some wordplay.
I'm getting impatient.
You're very bad at answering questions so far.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. So yes, the silent paw might have done this.
In your opinion, who would benefit from your brother dying?
Well, I mean, maybe the Eyrie dynasty, but no, they wouldn't do something like this. It could be a Marquis agent. I know that the Marquis' army has been eyeballing this area as a foothold in the woodland. And if anybody's doing it, then it must be them. And they may be using the silent paw as an agent.
And you think this, the Marquis, well, isn't there like someone who is in an elected position?
Here?
Yeah.
Well, my brother was. We have the family line.
So he dies. Who steps up next?
Well, right now it's his daughter. And she's just not up to the job. It's too much pressure for her. She's younger, she's been speaking in his ear for a long time, trying to get him to change the way things are run here, and I don't think that it's right.
So she might be a good person to go and ask. Maybe he was acting strange, maybe he saw something and mentioned it.
Well, she may actually have some good information. He was very, very frank with her.
Thought he was Alton.
See, now you're doing wordplay. I think we're gonna get along great. No, Ellerby. She certainly wouldn't be involved in any scheme. She loved him. There's no doubt in my mind that she absolutely loved her father.
The other one that you mentioned with the owl friend, when did they come into town?
Oh, Caleb? Yeah, Caleb arrived just, I'd say, about 4 days after Alton's death. Yeah.
And was there a funeral?
Yes, of course. It was a very nice ceremony. You know, we did the traditional Gothic, funeral.
Which is?
Oh, you don't know?
I'm not privy.
Oh, well, we take them to the tallest tree, and we extend their wings with a contraption. I'd call it a contraption made by
like a
sometimes
stick?
tinkerers. Yeah. Oh yes. Hello. Hello.
Is it like a stick?
It's like a stick with harnesses on it.
Oh, okay.
We extend their
Like a
wings
stick with
and
strings.
Yeah, we let them take. We call
You
it
turn them
taking
into a
wings.
kite, is what you're saying.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
But they are kind of like a little kite. And yeah, we set him off and he flew to, feed the woodlands and yeah, it was beautiful. A beautiful ceremony.
Was anyone not there that should have been there?
The whole family came out. The chief of the guard, he was late.
Is that Captain Woobsy or whatever?
Captain Wassy.
Wazzy.
Yeah. He was a little late, but he's a very busy man. I'd say I noticed him when he arrived because he came with, an entire group. And something else did stand out, actually. And that's my nephew's friend. He was there, and he had some people with him. Now, they looked out of place. You see the people who live in this town. They're not the strongest individuals.
On that note, I will end up coming back to the table.
Stupendous.
Without the lemon.
You have no lemon. Oh, well, he's incredibly concerned.
We'll see if anyone says anything, but I'll sit back down.
Did you bring any lemons, or?
She's out.
Oh.
Oh. Well, what a shame. Jessamy usually has a well-stocked larder.
I'll go see if there's more lemons.
They stood out. They were birds as well, but they seemed like soldiers. Just a few of them, but they didn't seem like they should have been there.
And when did you arrive?
Me? Oh, I came back well before my brother's untimely demise, if you're attempting to place me in the sequence of events.
So you were in town when he died?
Yes, I was here, yeah. And it's, it's a shame that my brother wouldn't allow me more of a collaborative role in managing the town, but that's his decision.
While Zale's focused on crap, I'm gonna gently kick rubbish and give him the stern with the eyes, stay in your chair look.
I want to ask this question and get an honest answer using my
Yes.
help item.
Very good.
Did you and your brother fight before he died? And what about?
No, my brother and I have not had any, we haven't had any recent arguments. We did have, I did hang out with him. We had a meeting of the minds the day before he was murdered, but nothing seemed out of place. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. We had another lovely evening sitting up in the mayor's office, looking out over the city and watching folks milling about, talking about how we would continue to keep the glade safe.
Keep the good mice down? Something like that?
I wouldn't say that. Now, that's a very interesting thing to say, sir. Is it Ryan?
Yes.
Yes. Now, that does sound like Woodland Alliance talk, and I'm sure that you wouldn't be allied with them.
Kick you under the table.
No, I just have heard that.
Oh,
So I was just wondering if that was something you talked about. Keeping
no.
the good mice down.
No, the good mice, they serve an important role here. And they are under our protection. And as such, more of their resources get funneled towards us. It's just a standard system of government.
I don't know what you were talking about. She just gave me like 6 lemons.
And you look back and you see Jessamy waving.
And I just throw a bunch of lemons down on the table.
In fact, Jessamy yells out to you and says, "Ryan, if you wanted lemons, you should have asked. I have tons of lemons in the larder."
I'll pick up a lemon and just start chomping into it.
It's a pretty good lemon.
I'm going to bite into a lemon as well, allowing my face to pucker and not be able to speak at this point.
Okay, cool.
And while I'm eating, I'll ask, who was the one that found him?
Well,
Wait, what are we talking about? Because I thought we were talking about the mice that really should be allowed to live up in the trees and shit.
We're talking about dead bird.
We're still talking about the fucking dead bird?
I think we'll talk about that for hours.
Oh my god.
It's kind of probably going to be where we're going to make our next book.
okay.
Regarding the governmental structure of this town,
Oh
are
my
there
god, I hate this so much.
are there any elected mice on the council?
There's no council.
So it's the bird.
It's it's the mayor of the town. Ruling by committee. Have you ever heard the saying,
And the committee, is it mice or is it birds?
No, I'm telling you that ruling by a committee is not the way to run a town. You have a charismatic, strong, brilliant leader like my brother, and they make the decisions. And then the rest of us do our best to implement their vision. This is how the area's been run, and it is actually how it's currently run by his eldest daughter, who was the one to find his body.
So, Pellinicky has basically been given the bird?
He doesn't understand that saying.
I'm not smiling.
I show him exactly what it means.
Oh, you flip off Zale? Zale doesn't know what that means.
Yep.
And he just looks at you and says, "Oh, it's a cute custom from outside the area." And
Yeah.
He gives you all double deuces and goes, "Am I doing it right?"
Yes. that means hello, and how is your mother?
Hello, how is your mother? How is your mother? Ryan, look! And he shoves his 2 fingers at your face and he goes, "How is your mother? Hello."
She's dead.
Oh.
That was really, really rude, Zale.
I'm very sorry.
Didn't you know that his mother was dead?
I didn't have
Wow.
any idea.
Wow. Way to bring the conversation down.
I just get excited when I learn about
What a dick.
quaint customs.
Anyways, when you were looking out the window with your brother the day before he died,
Yeah,
what was occurring?
it's another regular evening. There was some talk about my nephew, his son, returning. He'd sent word. That's the most notable thing that I can think of. But it was another night of work. People were here at the beer barrel. People were milling about and just having I can't think of anything else notable. I'm sorry.
In an effort of just mapping out the town the night of the murder, where were you?
We were at the tallest tree in the center of town, and he points to the mayor's office. In the mayor's office.
The night of when he died.
The night when he died. Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you going to be working for me and doing this job that I'm attempting to enlist you in?
I suppose we should talk about payment.
Yes.
We have some equipment that needs fixing, and some of our supplies need to be replenished.
Yes, I will fully resupply you, and I will get you a room here through Jessamy. I'd be happy to do all this. In fact, I would send you to Captain Walsey, and he can repair any of your equipment that needs to be repaired. I'd be happy to take care of that. But it sounds like you might be interested in investigating my brother's death.
That's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, we're gonna go kill somebody.
No, we're
I
investigating.
thought we were investigating somebody who got
He
killed.
wants us to kill whoever did it.
I wouldn't go that far, but if
He does not want us, then I'll wink largely.
No.
That's right. That's very right.
Is that owl still around?
Shouldn't
The
villain,
owl has returned up the stairs.
Okay.
It seems like he
shouldn't the
noticed
villain
you
be
were
brought
talking.
to justice?
With death, yes.
We're gonna bring him back, or her, whoever.
just-
We're gonna
just like
bring
that last
this
guy we
bad
killed.
person back, whoever killed the mayor.
Back to the grave.
Yeah. So that this guy can be the mayor or whatever.
Well, that'd be a happy coincidence, but no, that will all be decided in the special election.
Have you killed many?
I've killed none.
Oh.
And I don't mean I've killed a nun. I mean I've killed no people.
Your answer makes crap just kind of dismissive.
Oh.
So I think the point is that you're gonna help us get lodging, food, fix our items, and we will help find your brother's killer.
Of course, as far as I can tell, you have no horse in this game, if you will.
No, none
Fuck is a
whatsoever.
horse.
They're those monsters that live in the woods. The ones that,
The thing with the big horn things?
it's like the big horn thing, but it
God.
doesn't have
We
horns.
recently saw one of those things.
Oh yeah, they're scary. Those things, and you survived, which means I've picked the right group of vagabonds.
Did give me fleas.
Fucking barely survived.
Okay, so yes, let's arrange for us. We'll go meet with the guard, and they'll get our stuff fixed, and then I think we should go talk to the daughter.
Okay.
I mean, we could just go talk to Mina.
And I'll look at all of you and kind of nod, should we?
I think we should start with the mayor.
Everyone's against me.
You're being a real freak about Mina, which is why we don't want to put you two together.
You are coming on a little too strong.
The running and biting was and the pulling of the teeth. That was freakish.
So the best way I've heard is ignore her. That will make her want you more.
It's not true, but you should do that.
Alright, look, once we're away from fucking Captain Douchebag here, then maybe we'll have a talk. Alright?
So we're not agreeing.
What?
Are we agreeing to do this thing?
What? Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Look, I mean, if he's gonna fix our shit, And if he's gonna like keep paying for stuff and he's gonna give us more food,
And then I'm gonna look straight at Zale and go,
that's what you're gonna do, right? You're gonna give us money and stuff.
Oh yes, I'm gonna do all those
Cool.
things you
Yeah, as long
described.
as he's gonna keep doing that stuff, then I mean, yeah, sure, whatever.
Okay, we accept the position.
Ah, stupendous. Well, then he calls to the bartender, whose name escapes me at the moment.
Jessamy.
Jessamy, thank you. It's Jessamy, Mario.
2 out of 10.
Wait, how?
You like-
You went an hour without telling a joke. You made it an hour.
That's
That's good. That's solid.
pretty good
That's
for
pretty
me.
good.
Kind of scary.
Thank you. I know, it's really weird, right?
Who
That's what
are you?
Yeah.
You've been on your best behavior.
Thank you. He calls out to Jessamy and says, Jessamy, a room for my friends? The suite is still available? And he winks at her, and you realize this place has no suite or anything like that. But there's a largish room. A room for my friends here. And whatever their lodging is, just put it on my tab. It's completely fine. Let them eat as much as they'd like. And your work will start in the morning. It is getting dark this evening, but if you would like to go and speak to Captain Wasi, you're welcome to. However, for now, I believe I shall take my leave. I've provided you all the information I know. If you can find who did this to my brother and bring them to justice, then you'll always have a safe place and possibly a position of some influence, shall we say, in this town. My friends.
I'm gonna roll my eyes and turn my back to him.
Okay, you have turned your back. Now, if any of you would like to ask Zale any last-minute questions, you can. Or, if any of you who have not currently tried to figure someone out would like to try to figure him out, this is your chance because he is about to bounce.
I will try and figure him out.
Please. It's with charm.
Ugh, nope.
You fail.
So I'll just ask him the final question of, and what do we tell the captain so he knows that you'll provide the armor fixing and whatnot?
Oh, here. And he reaches in to his robes, and he pulls out basically a stamp, like a seal.
Signet.
A signet. Thank you. He pulls out a signet, and he stamps it on some mud, and he pops it down on your hand.
Okay.
And he just puts your hand on the table, and he just stamps it and rolls it onto your hand. And he says, if you've got this on you, then he'll know that you've been marked and supported by me.
Thank you.
I quickly lick the back of my paw.
Yes.
And then I roll it onto his, like you do at the club, like when you try to double up on stamps.
Yeah. And that works. Now you both have a mark on your hand.
Okay. Thank you, I guess. We will do our best to find your brother's killer.
Stupendous. We have a good smithy, but if you'd like to make sure your things are repaired by tomorrow, you might want to go drop things off. Captain Walsey should be working at, securing the gates for the night. It's been a genuine pleasure meeting all of you once again. My name is Zale. I am the brother of Alton, and I am wearing Eyrie armor. I have told you a number of important things about the mystery.
Thank you for summarizing.
All right. Yeah. Whatever, guy.
He leaves.
We do not say goodbye.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
We think he sucks.
Oh, it's a shame because he's explicitly very charming.
He's the murderer.
Absolutely.
Something
Or-
is definitely going on.
All I care about is getting paid.
Yeah.
So,
So, Nimble, Nimble, what do you think is going on here?
what do I think is going on here?
He's signaling you to get closer to the microphone.
Yes.
This is podcast talk for get closer to the microphone when you do
Yeah.
It's also for I like what that thing is.
I like that shit.
Yeah.
Do you have any ideas, or?
I don't right now have any ideas.
Okay.
Then with that, I say we go see Captain Wasi.
Let's get our stuff repaired. At least we're getting paid. I mean, this is pretty good. We got a job quickly, but
We can
He didn't
stretch it
actually
out.
say we had to solve the murder, so we could just get it what we want and leave.
Oh, that's true. We could just get our shit, go see Mina, and then bounce.
Yeah, and just ruin John's campaign.
I have more plans for if you do that. I actually spent more time planning if
my
you all
God.
just fuck over this whole thing.
I'm thinking we take over the town, install one of ourselves as mayor, and then free the mice.
Okay, now, listen. If I can just take a moment of your time.
If you talk about Mina, I'm gonna scratch you in the face.
Okay.
She's pretty cool looking.
Okay. There's this hot bird that I know. And her whole thing is about, like, freeing the mice and, like, allowing them to, like...
You want to install Mina as the mayor? She's still a bird.
I mean, that's her whole thing, is that she's, like, rad. She, like, wants to, like, make them, like, a part of the upper crust and, like...
Why don't we ask her which mouse should be mayor?
Yeah, let's do that.
But you can't be there.
You are such a bitch.
I want to just kind of menacingly flick my lighter, open and closed a few times. Also, background for my character of an arson.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You would all know that.
So we're a little worried about the lighter.
So I still think we should go to Captain Wasi, get our stuff repaired, and then come back and discuss in our room.
I do want to talk to Jessamy, maybe at dawn in the morning, while she's still sleepy.
That's very specific.
I think birds are not nocturnal.
Diurnal.
I think they're diurnals.
I think Jessamy's a mouse.
Jessamy is a mouse.
What's the daughter's name?
Mina?
No.
Or the other one?
The one who's the mayor now.
The one whose name I'm forgetting.
I actually don't know if we heard her name.
Ellerby.
Ellerby.
Ellerby, thank you.
Yeah.
I want to talk to Ellerby at dawn. Mice are crepuscular.
Crepuscular?
Crepuscular. I'm trying.
You do it.
I'm trying.
It's all the stuff.
They're awake at
Alright, yeah, let's go see
at
this
night and then the morning again.
thing, whatever.
Yeah, let's
Nighttime in the middle.
You-
I'm getting up, and I'm going to leave.
going to the
because
guard.
I want my
Okay.
stuff repaired tonight.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
You're going to see the mouse guard captain.
Captain
Yeah.
Wasi.
Wasi. Okay, you leave the tavern. We have not had any reasons to replenish anything, and because we're moving into a stage in the game where you're probably going to start to feel more free to interact wildly. I've been kind of gotten through the exposition dump on you all. All right, so I do want to draw attention to everybody, for everybody really quickly on where are they? Your nature at the top
Ah, yes.
and your drives. Okay? So,
Mine's evil.
yeah. So, these are a specific thing to your character. If you fulfill your nature in some way, you get to clear all your exhaustion.
Okay.
So, if you do that thing, then you clear your exhaustion track, and it can be very useful. Now, those drives, if you fulfill a drive, you get to advance, which is essentially leveling up. It's a very, very brief process. But just keep it in mind as you're role-playing your character that there are benefits to those. Normally you select your own, but we're doing pre-con characters, so you gotta use those. Anyways, now you're ready to leave the tavern unless there's anything else. Do you
I
want
would like to very specifically grab all of those lemons.
I was gonna ask, does anybody grab the lemons? Okay. You had a depletion marked.
I did.
Unmark that depletion.
Yay!
Yep.
All of us have a depletion. Oh, no, I have a depletion.
He
as well.
grabbed all the stuff. You still have
Oh,
a
that's what
depletion.
you
I can
Okay.
hand out the lemons if that'll give everybody else.
No. Whoever takes all the lemons gets to clear off one depletion.
Sorry, everyone.
Sorry. But no, it'll be great. Just use your items for stuff. It'll be fun. Okay. You leave, and yeah, you're back in the town. Let's go ahead and allow anybody who would like to do basically a perception check.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is just going to be reading a tense situation. Okay.
Is it cunning?
This is actually cunning.
Okay. So I got an 11.
8
An
for
11.
me.
An 8.
Also got 11.
11.
10.
Cool. 10.
So 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, who got a 10 or above? Just throw your hands in the air. Okay.
Wave them like you just don't
Care. Okay. You're all gonna notice things. Alright? You, Rubbish, you see Captain Wasi. He's over by one of the gates. This clearing is a very nice clearing. There are a lot of different buildings, a lot of space for you to move around in. Okay? But you see Captain Wasi. He's just over there, and he does not seem to have noticed you yet. And
So
he is
badly
talking
want to
to
throw a
guards.
lemon at him.
It's totally a thing you can do. Okay. Now, you, Crap. You also rolled above a 10.
Crap in the house.
Crap is in the house. So, you're going to notice one of these tough-looking Eyrie that, I want to call him Zoltan.
Zale.
That Zale. That Zale was talking about. He did a pretty decent job of describing them to you. You immediately said, that looks like a buff bird.
And these are the dudes that came with a nephew?
These are the dudes that came with the nephew's owl friend.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that were at the
So-
at the funeral.
Yeah, so where are they? Are they with the guards?
No, they're just kind of. You just see one of them, and he is outside, and he is. Do you want to investigate him a little more? You
Yes.
notice him. That's what you got from your check.
I'm thinking that it's weird they came into town 4 days after the death. They could
It
have had
is.
something to do with it. Erie's trying to move into this area also. I would like to investigate.
Okay, stupendous. You rolled well enough with that read an intense situation that you can see what he's up to.
What's he up to?
He's looking at Mina. She's still out there. A bunch of the mice have left in this amount of time that you've been there, but she is still just really into whatever she's talking about to these, workers.
Does he look irritated? Does he look interested in her?
You will need to figure someone out to do this.
Okay, I can do that.
It's just a charm check.
Yeah, I'll charm. Do I have to go talk to him?
No, you can just try to figure him out.
All right. Ugh, nice. I got an 11 again.
You're doing very well here.
You just jinxed me.
Yeah, sorry. So yeah, you can check out all this stuff.
Yeah,
So-
he look happy with her? Does he look irritated?
Yeah, what is your character really feeling is what I'm going to interpret one of those things. He looks like he's got a crush.
Oh.
He looks like he got a little crush on her.
Okay. I don't care about that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's what you know so far. You actually get 3 things that you can use on this guy, but it's basically what do they intend to do? Go over, maybe get a smooch.
Oh.
You know.
Can birds smooch?
Yeah, they just clack their beaks together. Or maybe they open them and then turn their heads sideways.
They have little weird pellet tongues.
They do have those little, they poke those weird little pellet tongues.
This is
at
not
each other.
Captain Wassy we're talking about, or this
This
No.
is one of the Eyrie,
The birds
tough
with-
birds.
Does he have like a helpful name badge?
He does not have a helpful name badge. No.
All right.
Luke
But
number 1.
you can totally talk to him if you want to.
Not now.
Okay. No necessary. Okay, so you've noticed that. Now you also. I shouldn't be pointing. Ryan, you had a 10. Okay, so you see the owl. You just see him for a second. He seems to be near where that one guard was at, just peeking out of a doorway. You don't really know what this building necessarily is. You can check it all out if you want to, but you just notice that the owl is looking at you. You've heard the description of this owl. Now, you and Fen has not really communicated anything else about the owl to you that he was watching, but you know he's watching you. Seems to have taken notice. Maybe just because you stand out. You're a bunch of tough, cool, strange,
He
multi-species
is taking notice
vagabonds.
of us,
Us,
not me.
not you in particular.
Very good.
Yep.
Would we all be able to put?
I almost immediately went back into my voice.
Yeah.
Would we all be able to put together that is probably the owl that was with Callum?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. We can play this in multiple ways. Of if you're communicating with each other clearly, you're already friends. You're members of a vagabond group,
Okay.
and we'll just assume that you're sharing information like this together. And yeah, between the group of you, you're like, oh yeah, that's definitely him. That's gotta be. There's no owls here. Who's this guy? And he's wearing like a big fancy Eyrie robe, and it like stands out.
And this was the guy. This was the owl I saw.
He's the one
in
who
the
saw
room.
you.
Yeah.
Yep.
cool.
So that's probably when he first started to take notice of you.
Yeah, so I'll point out Captain Fluffernuts or whatever his name
Yeah.
is.
Hey, there's the guy who's gonna fix our shit or whatever.
Well, let's head over there and get this done.
Get our shit fixed.
Cool. Okay, you approach Captain Wassy. As you're walking, his back is to you and one of the other guards.
He's a little mouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're all roughly the same size. Yeah.
He's whittle.
Yeah, he's a whittle mouse.
He's
Captain Wassy.
Yeah, so one of his guards bumps him, points to you, he turns around and he says, What's all this then?
Okay.
I want to tickle his tummy. No.
I'll say we are, and I'll hold up my hand and I'll say, we are here. Zale said that you'd be able to fix up our armor and equipment.
Oh, it's fine. Whatever he needs. I don't have a lot of time to deal with this. Okay? If you haven't heard, There's been a murder of our mayor.
We did have some questions about that.
Well, what do you have information for me? I'm leading the investigation. I'm the captain of the guard.
Were you elected to your position?
I was appointed to my position by
Bird.
Alton.
By Alton.
By the bird.
By the bird.
Yeah, the bird.
Word.
And you mourn him.
Of course.
You were late
Alton
to-
was a close friend.
You were late to his funeral, though. Can you explain that?
There, I was.
And I'm gonna look at you and be like, what are you?
I'm just kind of filing my claws. I'm not very interested in this.
You've spoken to Zale. He mentioned this to me personally. He was upset that I was late, but I was looking into the murder. I had to pull the knife out of my closest friend's back and then inspect it to look for evidence of who murdered him.
Yeah.
I was a little distraught.
So would you say that you're not a crook?
I'm not a crook. Aru!
Thank you. I'm happy.
Yeah, Zale's kind of a hard beak, isn't he?
Zale, you have to understand. I mean, Zale's brother was appointed to this position, and he's been relegated to just an advisor, not even an official position. He holds sway in the town, sure, but is...
Who initially appointed the Goshawks?
The Goshawks? Well, they were gifted this area by the Eyrie dynasty. This is classic history here. Did you not go to school?
I don't know what school is. I'm gonna point to the Eyrie soldier.
Yeah,
So, that guy, he was part of it?
part of the dynasty, or what do you mean?
Why is he here? Is he part of selecting the new mayor?
No, people are allowed to enter the clearing whenever they want. They can come here, visit, whatever. He came in a group with an owl. They were, I believe I learned his name. He does seem out of place. His name is Dridge, who was escorting the nephew of the nephew of Zale.
I hear the daughter is now taking point of the mayorship.
Ellerby? Yes. No, she found his body, and I don't want to speak ill of the Gossok family, but she kinda stepped right into the role. Now, to be fair, she's been working very closely with him, and has been doing a good job of maintaining the peace during the last 2 weeks, and she's kind of a dream to work with. She's very strict, and I appreciate that. She conforms to, the rules.
Have there been any policy changes since she took the helm?
No. Her and her father were, well, let's say, of a like mind. The Glade will remain independent under her, which I appreciate because I'm kind of in charge of all the people with all the swords. And I like that.
Do you have any idea who would want to do this? Last time we were here, he seemed like he was loved by at least the upper crust.
Well, have you heard about the Silent Paw?
No, never.
The people, the workers, they're speaking about her constantly. And if anybody was to do such an evil thing, I've heard she's done a lot of terrible things in
That's
all
a lie.
of this around. Oh,
That's a lie.
really? Well, you think she's an urban legend?
I don't know who she is, but
Oh.
that feels rude to cast aspersions on someone who may or may not be real.
Is there any particular reason that people assume these things about her?
Well, everybody here loved Alton. Only an outsider would dare stab him in the back like that.
Well, isn't that guy an outsider?
No, he's part of the Eyrie dynasty. He's wearing their outfit. Like, the Eyrie they gifted this land to the Gossoks. Why would they come and try to take it now?
A good question.
What is so threatening about the Silent Paw?
About the Silent Paw, well, she doesn't follow any rules. She doesn't follow any of
Any
the order.
particular rules that she breaks?
Can someone tell me what the fuck the Silent Paw is, please?
Oh, the Silent Paw. She's a devious criminal. Essentially everything bad that happens that can't be explained is probably the Silent Paw, or one of her agents.
Who are her agents exactly?
A group of nefarious ne'er-do-wells. They slink about, they're disgusting, flea-ridden mongrels. I don't care for them, if you can't tell.
Behind my ear.
I would say it's probably the Silent Paw, and there's only one place that we haven't been able to search for her. Now, she is, famously difficult to catch, but there are the underground tunnels, and if I was a piece of shit like her, I'd stay in the sewer.
Well,
Do you have additional questions?
Is there anybody in this town that does support the Silent Paw that you can illuminate who they might be?
Oh, come in. I don't want to cause a scene.
We enter.
And he waves you all in for
I'll let everybody else go in and take a look back before I do. And then go in.
I do have concerns that the Woodland Alliance may be gaining a foothold here, and they, anarchists that they are, they seem to support anybody who upends the status quo. So if anybody's going to be working with the Silent Paw, I'd say the Woodland Alliance. But my guards and myself have been doing a pretty good job of keeping them in check. Whenever we find an Alliance sympathizer, we invite them to leave the town.
Oh.
They usually say okay.
Can I read the situation? I wanna see if what he's.
Yes.
I wanna see what he's getting.
Do you want to
at.
figure someone out?
Yeah.
Okay,
yes,
cool.
I want
Roll
to
for
figure out.
roll
this
with
guy.
charm.
Ooh, a charm you said?
Yes.
Shit, 6. I don't know anything.
Nope. You do not figure
I'm just
anything.
a little too angrily staring at him.
Yeah, no
Have
problem.
you recently, and around the time of the murder, did you invite anyone to leave?
There's, let me think. About once a week, there's somebody in the working class who gets a bright idea that they're gonna paint something on one of the guardhouse doors, or I had one young one try to give me a hotted foot, he called it. And,
what?
A hotted foot?
Please elaborate.
Wait, is that like you tried to put like matches in between your toes?
Yeah. Yeah. They seem to think it was very funny watching me dance about in the streets.
It's hella funny.
He sort of glares at you.
So reasons that will come up later, I'm going to try and read him as well.
Please do so. Now, one of the other guards looks at you and he's like, it was kind of funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's hella funny.
Sadly, that's a 6
Okay, you figure out nothing about this fellow.
that I don't already know.
Yeah.
So are you gonna like fix our stuff or what?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I thought that you were just looking for some information. Of course, you carry Zale's mark. You are welcome to use the smithy. I'll show you. You can take care of the gates, right? And he turns to the guard.
It's just random guard number 3.
He waves to random guard number 3, who's the one who agreed with you that the hot foot was funny.
Yeah, awesome.
And
I dap that guy up.
yeah, cool. And he goes, by the way, my name's Zola, and I have a name, and I'm a character in this campaign now.
Hey, right on, Zola.
Cool, we're friends. He walks over, and he, with the other guards, starts working on closing the gate. Wasi turns to 2 of them and says, You two with me. Let's go. Come along, please, to the guardhouse.
Do you have an accounting of where the townsfolk were on the night of the murder?
All the townsfolk? There's over 400 residents.
That's a no, then?
I don't have 400 guards. I can't have a guard watching every resident. That'd be ridiculous. Now, if all of the residents became members of the guard, then I would know where they all were at any time.
Sounds like you kind of suck at your job.
I don't think so. There's barely a murder like this. This is a once in a blue moon sort of thing.
Where were you the night of the murder?
Ma'am? Sir? Are you accusing me of something?
I'm attempting to investigate the situation, which you have so far lackingly done so.
Okay. Now, you done to figure something out on this guy? I don't think you have.
No, but I will.
You'd like to? Cool.
Oh, they went really far. 5, 6.
That's a failure. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
I like
little...
how you laughed when you said that,
It's
John.
really hard to read.
Yeah. He's just really hard to read. He's got like a piece of armor that slips down over his face, and he's wearing it. It makes it
A
hard to
little
tell.
cute mouse mask.
He's got a cute little mouse mask. He's adorable. He's really cute. He's got little jowls, and they're full of like seeds. When he goes, "Arr," sometimes a seed pops out, and he's just really cute. And yeah, and from what you can tell, he's just being honest. He is. I'm a little offended that you'd ask. Quite frankly, as I've said before, Alton, dear friend of mine, he appointed me master of all the people with swords in the town. I don't have any reason to harm him.
Wait, we have swords.
Well, I am indirectly master of you because I have more people with swords, and if I tell them to, they'll kill you, so you have to do what I say, so therefore, by the transitive property of bosses, I'm the boss of you.
I think you're kind of a dick.
Well, okay, that's fine. That's what people think about their bosses, I know. With great power.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, as you know, with great power.
Like who has great power? Or...
Yeah, with great power, people think you're a dick sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that
All right.
That's just...
that will read.
I mean, well, I am a little older. I understand how the world works.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You're like hip with all the new technologies and stuff?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm so old. I poured McDonald's coffee on my lap to cool off. Aru.
So, how are you feeling about us being like the new PIs around here?
Honestly, Zale, in my opinion, he's next in line. He's been ready for this position for a long time. And if he's given you the all clear, we're also good friends. We're very close. He says that for a mouse, I'm all right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that
his
tracks.
opinion on bringing the Eyrie in, you'd be okay with that?
Well, let me tell you something about Zale. He's very nice. He's very charismatic. He's not the best planner.
Sounds like he probably shouldn't be in charge.
I think that if he were to take control here, that he would communicate more with the Eyrie and assure them, in his charming way, that I've got things under control here. The Eyrie may have some more influence, but I don't think that he'll straight up take it over for them. Now, that foolish ne'er-do-well son of Alton's, if he somehow gains power, I'm positive he will freely hand the clearing over to the Eyrie.
And
Wow.
what of Alton's daughter, Elderby?
Well,
The current mayor.
the current mayor, she's fine. She leads just as Alton had. She's just a little young for the position. I think that it'd be better if she focused on maybe starting a nice family before she thinks about ruling an entire town.
So with the right ear, or with the right person in his ear, Zale, the
Then
guy.
He'd be fine. And I'll be honest, I'm in a prime position to be that little voice in his ear.
Okay, now forgive my entire party when I say this.
Yeah.
Well, what about Zale's sister?
Mina?
Yeah.
Well, and he glances over at Mina. She's a rabble-rouser, clearly. She speaks with the workers, and she keeps putting ideas in their head. If she wasn't a member of the Gossip family, then I'd be asking her to leave. And he does cute mouse parentheses. His little armor.
So are you saying that she works with the Woodland Alliance?
I would never accuse a member of the Gossick family of working with the Woodland Alliance.
But I thought she only asked those people to leave town who were part of the Woodland Alliance.
That's what I do.
And so if she was not working with them, you would not be able to ask her to leave.
I would never accuse a member of the Gossick family of working with the Woodland Alliance. But
So
I
you-
would like to ask her to leave.
So you'd never accuse her,
Never.
but do you suspect her at all?
I look in on that one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can do a figure someone out or persuade. They're both charm rolls. So, just, you can,
shit.
yeah.
All right, I'll try
Or,
and figure you out.
If you want, no one's trusted Fate yet.
Okay.
If you want to straight up trust Fate, then you can maybe get lucky and find something out.
Okay. I guess I'll roll for luck.
Luck, yay!
Yeah,
it's very
it's-
exciting. Okay.
Cool, let's see. Oh shit. 5 and 3 and 1. 9?
9 is a success.
Yeah, with a
Very good.
complication.
With a complication. As Captain Wasi looks at you, you are a raccoon, correct?
Yes.
Very, very good. He... That's very
No. Is that what they do?
Yeah, you did a raccoon. Oh, yeah, I loved it. He looks at you, and a look flashes across his eyes, like some sort of familiarity. He feels like he might have met you somewhere before. Okay, and he
My
just
reputation precedes me, perhaps?
in a positive way. You remind him of somebody who he used to know somebody.
Somebody.
Yeah, like the song.
Can we get the rights for that, Barry?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Might be a little bit out of our budget at this time.
Slightly, just a smidge.
I think Goatye is probably willing to take whatever he can get at this point.
Please,
I like how you
please.
said that.
Goatye?
Oh, yeah.
I have
Goatye.
pure contempt for Goatye.
Aw.
No, I don't. He's like a nice
Well,
gentleman.
now we're really not going to be able to get to use the
Yeah.
song.
And
That was his root name for everyone listening.
Yeah.
Goatye? We can make Goatye a character.
Well,
easily. Yeah. Oh man, if we hadn't named that guard on Zola already, then yeah. Okay, in this moment of sort of reminiscence, he lets slip and he just says, Yes. Yes, I do suspect her. Then looks around and he feels very uncomfortable about saying that. And one of the guards that is with him heard him say that and looks a little bit upset. There's your complication.
Oh, dear.
So I'll lean in and I'll say, what do you think she would get if she was to kill him? Let's just go along those thought lines for a moment.
Well,
What benefit would there be?
she's a rabble rouser, of course, but she wouldn't do that.
Right, so I
Would
mean, she has to know that the next person in line would just fall in his step, as would the next and the next.
The only thing that I could possibly conceive of is that some bastard in the Woodland Alliance may have been poisoning her mind, slipping messages to her, seducing her with their roguish, bad boy ways.
Okay, now listen, goddammit. Yeah, absolutely not. She is a wonderful, beautiful person, and she has never done anything wrong, and all of her ideas are fucking awesome. And you're a piece of shit, and she rules, and fuck you.
Okay, I think we might be getting close to being done here.
He snaps out for a second. He goes like, "Whoa, yes, you're right. No. Mina, she is a member of the Gossips. She is of the highest breeding, and yes, I'm sure she wouldn't do something like this."
Okay, so well, you have our stuff. We'll be ready by the morning to get repaired. Yes.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, of course. And he gets his mind right a little bit. He gets things together, and he invites you into the guardhouse.
Oh.
You enter in through the doorway. The guardhouse is located near the main gates of Pellenicky Glade. It is a barracks big enough for the entire guard of the Glade, which you are aware is like 80 to 100 guards.
Oh, that's like a quarter of the town. Jeez.
Yeah. That's it's about 20% of the population is all guard. Yeah. So yeah.
Got a little fluff.
Oh, my hair. For those of you on mic or on the listening, my hair is looking funny, and so I'm being mocked. But that's fine.
That was not a mocking.
It was just an alert. Yeah.
I could have said, you dumb piece of shit.
Hey, idiot! Nice shitty hair. Yeah, thanks. Okay, cool. So yeah, if you're willing to hand over your equipment to the guard, then they are absolutely willing to repair them for you this evening.
I will hand over both
Yeah.
pieces of my equipment.
Yeah,
Okay.
my longbow and my chainmail I will hand over for repairings.
Cool.
And
over
those,
my short bow.
those will be done tomorrow.
Of course, yes. I'll have them work overnight, and you'll be fine to work overnight, right? And he points to the blacksmith, whose name is Goatye.
Is he a goat?
Yes. He is a goat named Goatye, and he's chewing on some of the scrap metal that he's been working with.
Nice.
'Cause that's like a cute thing for a goat to do.
Is it?
Yeah. Trust me.
Big cans of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cute.
It's adorable.
It's funny. We're having fun here.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, damn, fine.
Okay. And he says, yeah, I'll do it. Whatever you say, boss.
Oh, God.
And he takes your equipment, and you will not have that equipment available for this evening if you choose to do additional things in this evening.
Okay.
But
Shenanigans.
he promises it will be ready in the morning.
Does he pinky promise? Does he have pinkies?
Good point. Yes, he has hands. He's a goat with hands. He has 5 fingers. It looks a little bit off, but these are all anthropomorphic animals, so.
Do I have I have fingers.
Yeah.
And even the birds do, weirdly.
They have like feather fingers.
Ugh.
Oh no, we're all looking
Don't
at the
think about it
through
too
the veil.
hard.
I'm so glad that I have a possum.
Yeah, which is normal. You just are supposed to have hands and fingers.
It has a wolf. It's very normal for me too. I'm not gonna think beyond that.
Okay, so you have gotten through the guardhouse. You have got your items being repaired, and you are in a world that you can just do whatever you want to. And
I'm so glad that guy didn't throw me in jail or anything.
Yeah, you really took a risk there, getting a little upset.
At some point, we will need to ask him for an accounting of what he found on the body.
yeah, would you like to go try to find him again, Captain Wolfie?
Well, that would be very cool, John.
He's right there.
Yeah, we already started walking away, though.
He started walking away with the 2 guards. If you want to call him over, he is, he's bound to answer questions within reason for you.
You can ask real quick while we're here.
You just yell at
I think
him.
we should go.
He's walking away. He is walking away.
Hey, dickbag, what'd you find on the body?
You. I cannot look at it anymore. Here, take it. It's evidence.
The body.
Throws the dead body at us? You know what happened with the body. They threw it like a paper airplane out of the tallest
He
tree.
picked it back up and brought it into town.
And he comes over to you, Rubbish, and he hands you a bundled piece of cloth and holds it out to you.
I will take this bundled piece of cloth.
You take the bundled piece of cloth and you take 10 electric damage. No, it's not that sort of game. You unwrap it, you have it.
Yeah.
It's the dagger.
Oh, sick. Hey, thanks for the knife.
An accounting of the body. Where was it?
It was in the center of his office.
How was it laying?
It was laying face down. It looked like he was looking out over the town as he was wont to do.
And the lividity. How long ago did it die? Him. He.
How long ago had he died?
Yes.
I don't know how I would know that. What do you mean?
Was he warm?
Was he rotting?
No, he wasn't rotting. In
Was he-
fact, he'd seen him earlier that day.
Was he warm?
He was not warm.
Was
Okay.
the blood blackish or still red?
Based on the amount of decomposition, you can honestly tell a lot about a dead body.
Did he taste yummy?
Was he in Tweeter Mortis?
I think that maybe you all are practicing some sort of science that I don't understand. Maybe like of the forensic type.
Was the body still floppy?
Oh,
Was
there
the-
you go. Was the body floppy?
When I moved him, well, when his daughter moved him.
She moved him.
Yes, she said she moved him. Yes.
From where to where?
She moved him away from the from the window, back towards his...
To the wall?
To the sweat. Yes.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, she moved his body. She was distraught. It's a completely reasonable thing to do. And she did mention, now that I'm thinking about it, that she had trouble moving the body on her own. And she placed him up in his seat, you know.
And that
Saw
didn't
it.
strike you as strange?
People do crazy things when they're distraught or emotional.
But she
Guilty.
left the dagger in his back when she set him into the chair.
It didn't look comfortable, but he wasn't complaining.
Where? To be perfectly clear, the dagger was in his back.
I had to pull the dagger from my friend's back. I said it earlier, and now it's part of the canon.
And I'm standing there holding this cool dagger.
And he was sitting in his chair with the dagger in his back.
Yes, it was uncomfortable, but he was dead. I don't know why you're not putting the pieces together.
Were there drag marks from the window to the chair?
I definitely believe Ellerby.
That is not the question.
She dragged him to the chair.
And you saw drag marks, blood drips, or...
I'm not sure if you understand the power structure here. I don't question the gossips and what they do. If she says that she found him by the window and put him in the chair, then that's what happened.
If she were not to be a gossip, and you were to have entered the room, would there have been drag marks from the window to the chair?
You can roll cunning.
Fuck. 5.
The things were the way they were, as I've described to you very clearly.
I want to communicate to him with my eyes that I wish he was dead.
Okay, I don't roll anything, so let's go ahead and let's have you roll a charm check again.
Like an evil charm.
Evil charm check.
Oh, yeah, okay. 9.
Oh, yeah. He knows you don't like him.
Okay.
I want to know, I don't think he's especially afraid. He has a very powerful position here, but you know that people in powerful positions have been dying lately, at least one of them. So he looks a little bit intimidated by you. Do you wear anything that would be especially out of place?
I wear a piece of a pumpkin over
Yeah.
my face.
I
Like
thought
a mask.
so. I thought so.
And I'm flea bitten. I'm very flea bitten.
Oh, he's well, if that's all, then I'll be going. If you need anything from me, then you can speak to my guards. And he walks out. But you can see that he be shook. Dick.
Okay, you guys heard him right. He has 80 to 100 people on his side. And we're vagabonds. We're everybody knows we're here. Look at I could punch 30 of these guys and they wouldn't do anything. Like we stand out. And you guys are threatening the guard captain.
I didn't threaten anything. I just
Threaten
called him a
anybody.
dick.
I just looked at him.
You guys are hassling the guard captain.
I'm not hassling anybody. I'm
we're
trying
standing
to do our
out.
our dog gam
Dog jam
Job.
Bob.
doggone it.
I mean, crap is causing a scene. I'm not doing anything.
Okay, well, you do keep bringing up Mina, so that's not really helping.
I do think we need to talk to Mina at some point, though.
We should
We do need to talk to Mina.
I'm just saying.
She keeps coming up.
Very naturally. I'm not. That has nothing to do with me. Just very naturally, she keeps coming up in conversation.
What's up with the dagger you have?
I don't know. It's just very cool.
I'm just like holding it out in front of me, very menacingly. I'm an insane, like, eyes pointing in different directions possum with missing half of an ear, very mangy looking, holding a dagger at you.
Can I see it?
It's mine.
I don't want to keep it. I want to inspect it.
I hold it in front of your face.
Okay, I'll just push the dagger back just slightly.
Fine, I'll take it.
Thank you. So I'll look on it. I want to see if there's like a maker's mark or if there's anything out of the ordinary about the daggering per se.
Is there anybody in the party who makes things.
There is.
There is. Maybe you'd be willing to help inspect this knife.
Say, you know who made this? You know anything about this?
I can certainly take a look. I've seen things like this. And I shall make a what kind of roll?
I'm gonna make this because it doesn't really, unless you have a roguish feat or a skill that you believe will apply, I'm gonna make this a straight up luck roll for you. But I'm going to let you use your cunning mod if it's better.
Perfect. 11.
Flawless. You know a lot about this dagger.
Yay!
So let
Okay.
me tell you about the dagger.
So this looks like it looks like mouse-made steel initially, but clearly this weapon was also it also involves signs of fox craftsmanship.
It appears to be mouse-made, as you can see here. Notice the handprints. But actually, it is by Fox Technology.
You're
Something
aware
you
that-
might even know.
Yeah, and you're aware that honestly, when this happens, it's usually because a mouse was trained by a fox.
And this is something that didn't happen to me, being a badger. But sometimes mice are trained by foxes, and that's why this turn looks like this.
It's a relatively rare thing, and you think that if you found a mouse who was trained by foxes who made weapons, you might know who made this dagger.
And I've absolutely no idea how to figure out the next part.
So I'll take it back and I'll say, all right, well,
Although I have an idea. We could potentially look in town to see if there was a mouse trained by a fox.
I was going to suggest something similar, yes.
We should probably do that tomorrow.
Mina would probably have a pretty good idea of the mouses in the town.
So you're starting this too?
Okay,
She's a very attractive woman. Bird?
She's a bird.
tomorrow morning, get our stuff, go talk to Mina,
We should probably get some flowers first.
calmly.
We could get flowers. A cake.
Yeah, maybe some cupcakes.
Okay, we'll ask the innkeeper to put it on his tab. We'll order a cake and some flowers.
Make you a lemon cake. Yeah.
That would be a lot of work for Jessamy to do. You think that's fair this evening, this late?
You could do it.
Dude, who cares? It's not our tab.
Yeah, she's gonna be making probably decent money from it, whatever she wants to charge.
That's a good point.
I mean, this fucking bird guy is just stomping all over her. She should get some money.
Yeah. I can give her the lemons back.
It sounds like she has a ton of lemons.
Unless she's making lemon poppy seed cake, in which case,
Yeah,
probably be nice to have the lemons back.
that'd be good. I love lemon policy cake.
She said she had a lot of lemons, so maybe
Yeah.
the lemons are for keepsies.
So, okay, so we'll ask her if she needs lemons back. We can give her the lemons back. But yeah, let's go rest and order that, and then in the morning we can go and explore.
I mean, we don't have to rest. We can go pick flowers ourselves.
We could.
I am
We just
somewhat exhausted.
we almost just died, like not a day ago.
Fine. Shitty pre-cut flowers.
You approach the beer burrow, correct?
Correct.
To turn in for the night?
Correct.
We do.
All right. You open the door, and you notice some things. You notice that Jessamy is no longer present.
Damn.
You dick! How am I supposed to put in the order now?
But there is a very friendly and amiable looking bird behind the bar who says, "Oh yes, you group, your Zales friends, right?
Yes,
No.
Single nod. Yes.
Stupendous. Well, I have
Pending.
the room, the key for your room. And is there anything we can get you tonight? Jessamy will be back soon. Anything I can get for you?
Yes, I'm
please?"
gonna need a large bouquet.
bouquet?
Of yellow daisies with some white lilies.
He's writing it down.
And I need it to be accented with baby's breath.
Baby's breath.
Yeah, and some forget-me-nots.
Not a problem. I'll be sure not to forget your order.
Yeah, fucking be sure of that.
Great. Is there anything else that I can do for you? I'm assuming you'd like a nice meal. Maybe you can fill a wash basin with some hot water and
Yes.
some oil.
Okay,
a bath would be.
I want to read him, and what I'm looking at is my background. I was raised by Jessamy. Is this normal?
I would qualify this for you as a tense situation.
Okay.
Because you know that Jessamy doesn't usually leave her place. You just know that. But if you'd like to read the tense situation,
I would.
Then you can get more information. So please, roll cunning.
7.
A 7, you can ask one of these. What's my best way out, in, through? Who or what is the biggest threat? Who or what is most vulnerable to me? What should I be on the lookout for? Or who is in control here?
So I'm curious who's in control here at this point. Because it doesn't seem like Jessamy.
Yeah, this is great. This person looks like not a member of the Gossick family, but definitely an employee of theirs, not an outsider. There are other birds that come around, not associated with the Eyrie dynasty. You believe that this, whatever has caused this person to be behind the bar, is due to an action of the Gossicks and probably whoever's in charge at the moment.
So you're saying that Jessamy left you in charge, or she went to go do what?
She went to speak with Ellerby.
Oh, perfect.
I'm doing the same voice. She went to speak with Ellerby.
Perfect. And she'll be back when? When were you thinking?
Probably in the morning.
A whole night to speak with the Mayor Pro Tem?
Well, you know, the mayor was nice enough to give her the evening off. I'd assume that she's gonna take advantage of the extravagant, delicacies in the mayor's office.
That was
maybe
very
the
nice
view.
of the mayor to give her a night off from her own place, and she put you in place of that person?
Yes, she said just take care of everybody, especially you. You're all friends of the family at the moment.
That's wonderful.
We're gonna go sit down. Will you please bring us our food?
Yes, would you like it brought to your room, or you'll just stay down here in the
We're
dining room?
stay down here as we need
we're
to
gonna
go
go
back out one more time this evening.
Sit over there. Bring it there as soon as you can. Everybody to the table.
Okay.
Wait, we're not gonna go to sleep then.
To
Not
the
yet.
table first. We need some food.
I also need to order 6 lemon poppy seed cupcakes.
Poppy seed.
With hearts on them.
Hearts on them. Now, do you want these hearts to be, like, very bubbly and girly, or would you like them to be, like, cool?
I want them to be like cool, like black punk rock, and if you could do like little like skulls and daggers and shit all over them, that'd be awesome.
Yes. Oh, I can do that.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Right on.
He's taking your order, and
Yeah.
you are pretty sure this guy's gonna do a good job making that happen.
Sick.
Yeah,
I like this guy.
this guy's cool. Cool
Guy
guy.
sucks.
No, he's a good guy.
Suspicious of
He's
this
not
guy.
suspicious at all. He's just a bird. Just a bird man.
Does he have any insignias on his outfit?
Nope. He's wearing the regular clothes of the upper class, not once again, not the Gossick family themselves. Not wearing Gossick family crests, but he's wearing like cool freaking bird clothes.
Cool freaking bird.
Cool
clothes.
frickin' bird clothes. You know Birdman, the rapper? Stunting like my daddy. Stunting like my daddy.
What? Yeah.
He's like that.
He's like that.
It's been another hour.
He's wearing a nice vest. He's wearing upper class clothes. He's clearly a member of the hoi polloi.
Okay. All right. We'll go to the table. Yes.
But not wearing any clear insignias. He's not like a family member or anything like that.
We should just probably kill all the birds. They all seem kind of shitty.
We can't just go.
We'll leave Mina, but the rest of them.
Can't just go
If
killing
we were
the
to do
upper
that,
class.
If we were to do that, we would bring the entire Eyrie down upon this town.
We could just kill them too.
I mean, as long as we don't leave anyone to go send a message.
It doesn't work that way.
Why not?
Every bird we've met sucks so far.
Do I need to mention the dragon again? Like, do you think we can take on 80 people if we can't take on one? What do we call it? An elk?
moose.
A moose. A
Yeah.
moose. Like,
Look, birds are way smaller than mooses.
They're not that
but
much weaker, though.
stack 80 of them up.
With
Okay,
flames
Zola
and
was
swords.
really, really cool.
So, let me, quick before he comes over, let me let you guys in on something. So I grew up with Jessamy. She kind of raised me. She would never leave the inn for any reason and put somebody else in charge. Unless it was Osha.
See, we should
Oh.
kill the birds.
Say, wait, before we kill the birds, do you want me to go find out what happened to her?
I think some of us, possibly all of us, to go to Ellerby's office.
How
See if she showed up.
How about I just go get the information from him?
because they don't think you will get the truce.
You don't know how good I am at that, then.
I've been with you a bit, Fen. I've seen you do some amazing things. Give it a try.
So I'll look at all of you and say, all right, see if you can see me now. And then I'm going to use two things. So one, I'm going to use my silent pause.
Stun grenade.
Well, I'm going to try and sneak. So I want to try and sneak to him. I want to watch him until he goes into the back room, out of the main room, because he's going to have to go get his stuff, correct?
Yeah.
So when I see him start to go, I want to get up and try and blend into the crowd to sneak back with him.
Totally. He seems like he's just going back and he's just checking on some work that's being done in the back room. And you're going to sneak to follow him into the back room. Mm-hmm. Is that correct? Okay.
Yes.
It's like the kitchen area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, So I got and then that would be with finesse. So I got a 6, but I can cross off. Was it exhaustion, or do I need a special move in order to
Need
cross
a special move to be able to add exhaustion.
oh wait, actually I can. When you attempt a roguish
There you
feat,
go.
seek or hide, you can mark exhaustion. I was like,
There you go.
can't
Perfect.
check
That's a
myself.
special thing you have.
So I'm gonna be a little sleepier,
Okay. Cool.
and then get a 7. So it's a 7 through 9.
Okay. Cool. So with the sneak, you do a moderate success. That's completely fine. Okay. So you succeed in your move, in the language of the mechanics of the game, and you do sneak back, and you see him back there, and he's just ordering around some mice. He's like, so the order's this, and somebody has to gather all these flowers. I did a joke, I said about forget-me-nots. He didn't laugh. These guys, like, I don't understand. But, so keep on working, and I promise your boss will be fine. Just get back to work.
Oh.
If there's like a little nook in the path of him coming back, I want to hide in the shadows and attempt to
Kill him
grab. My objective is to grab him without him seeing me.
by the
Yeah.
neck
I want to
To
cover his mouth and then pull him into the dark.
to death.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you right now that you can do that. Your negative, your complication from your 9, is that what you rolled?
Yes.
Your complication from your 9 is going to come into play here.
Okay. Excellent.
So, he
Did you tell
begins.
any of us that you're going to do this?
Nope.
No, he's not.
You just said no. You said I said
Go
I
do
can
your
go
thing.
get the information, and then I said no. I didn't actually say anything. I just said watch, see if you can see me.
All right, Fen. You lean out, you grab this guy, and you have him now. And as you're pulling him back into this little closet, and you slam the door behind you, the workers behind, it looks like they saw this.
Okay.
Like, a number of them did. Like, you did not do the greatest job of being unseen. But what will they do with that information? He wasn't the most polite to them. We'll see how it unfolds in the world I've crafted en route. The RPG by Mayfly Games. Is that what it's called?
Magpie.
Magpie Games.
That magpie.
All right. So you've got him.
Yeah.
You know, you've got you're holding him. Go ahead and give me a might roll to see how well you're holding him.
8.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're holding him. What are you doing with him?
So with the one hand, so I got him, covering the mouth with one arm behind the back. Ideally,
holding the.
Yeah. So he can't see me, so I'm behind him. I hope not. I'm gonna say in hopefully a different voice than he heard before.
Try it. Do it.
All right, listen here. This is a bad voice. I can't. My guy is not good at the other voices. All right, listen here. Where's what's her name? The
Ellaby.
No,
Jessame.
Jessame. I was gonna say Esame, but where's Jessame at? Tell me now, or you won't be telling anybody anything ever again.
Ooh, very good. This is clearly persuade an NPC with promises or threats. Roll
And
me charm.
since I have threatening visage,
You do. Brilliant.
I can threaten
he can't see
with
you in the dark
my
of the closet.
might.
You threaten with your might.
My God, these are just bad rolls.
What have you done?
So that's a. No, that's a 6.
You broke his neck.
So let me see here. Do I have any other moves to read? Nope. Roll your might instead. Attempting a roguish feat is not a roguish feat, so that's just a 6. I just fail badly.
Yeah, you just fail badly. Here's what happens. You turn him around, and you basically threaten him like, you tell me what's going on with Jessamy, you jerk. And you do it pretty poorly.
Yeah.
And you go to like push him, not thinking it through, and he falls out of the closet. So he stumbles out into the room, and he's free.
My friends, I think there's a mistake in the kitchen.
And he turns to you and he says, What the hell are you doing? I told you Jessamy went to speak to the mayor. And now I know you're under the protection of Zale, but you can't just go around manhandling me like that. I'm a bird, damn it. I'm not one of these dirty rodents. And he says it loudly, and the mice don't seem happy about it.
Look at everyone. Should we kill him yet?
Wait, can we hear this?
Yes,
Yeah,
you can hear this.
he's yelling this in front of
fucking
all of the
sucks.
workers.
I would like to kill him. I'll
But
just
again,
say it.
there's repercussions.
I don't give a fuck. I mean, we can go kill him.
So, being that this is right in front of me, I'm gonna go ahead and look at him and say, under my breath, I'm saying,
Are you still doing the other voice?
No, I'm changing back because now there's no point. He saw me.
He knows who you are.
Yeah, he knows who I am. And I'm gonna say, all right, well, that didn't go as planned. Wow, those mice look pretty pissed behind you.
Oh, you don't think they heard me, did you? Or
I'm
do you? And he
gonna
turned
say it,
off.
Yes, and as he turns away, I'm gonna try and run. I'm gonna try and sneak away.
You're gonna try to sneak away. Okay.
Because I'm like, at this point, I fucked up and I pissed off one of the birds.
He starts talking to
Yeah.
to them, and he's like, "Listen, I didn't mean it. Okay, you know, some of my best friends are mice.
Fellows, friends, vermin.
Lend me your Mickey Mouse ears.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to pop another exhaustion
Just
point.
keep burning them.
Yeah, because to get the 7 through 9 result. So
Okay.
I try to sneak away, and then my idea is I'm gonna get the hell out of here because he knows who I am, and I'm gonna signal to you guys like I fucked up, and then get out of here.
Okay. What do you all do? So your failure right now is that everybody except this guy sees you and everybody knows what's going on. Now, based on the situation, you're not convinced that everybody else the few people who are still sitting around the bar and the mice in the back, they don't seem very angry at you. So, even though you kind of messed up, seems like you're revealing a little bit of the dissent that's more common than you might have expected.
So I'll make my way towards the exit, kind of look around, and I guess that, and I'll just kind of like sheepishly come back to you guys, sit down. Yeah, that was bad. He saw me immediately. This was really bad. I didn't get anything from him.
It's okay. You win some, you lose some.
So let me tell you a little bit more. The reason I was kicked out of town is I brought forth the possibility of maybe disbanding the Goshawks as the leaders of the town and spreading their wealth amongst all the peoples so that we would be on an even level and we could move about as equals. They were not happy with this.
Yeah, I imagine.
It sounds to me like Mina possibly is somebody who agrees with that thinking and could be someone that would be wonderful to see as the mayor of the town.
Yeah, that's why I fucking have been trying to get us to talk to her, but everyone's against me.
That's a lot.
But however, I think right now, if you're going to talk to her, one of the things we should do is some of us should split up and make sure that Jessamy is okay at the mayor's office.
It would be a really good idea to split the party. Each of you should go in a separate direction,
Okay.
unarmed.
Deal.
Good.
All right, yeah, bet. All right, I'll go check on Mina.
Okay,
I will also check on Mina.
I am going to the mayor's office.
Okay, somebody
am-
needs to go with you too.
I am exhausted right now.
You guys are not gonna get shit out of her.
You're very tired,
Yes.
and it's very late.
I could come with one of you, but one more thing and I'm probably passing out.
Come with me. It'll probably be no problem at the mayor's office.
Yeah, you are.
This
Yeah, I look
bird
bad.
is getting into a shouting match in the back room,
And we should leave now, because we're not going to get food.
and he slams the door to the kitchen and starts moving quickly for the exit. He's like, I fucked up. This is your fault. And he's gonna try to fucking push you down like you pushed
Oh, he's
him
coming over
down.
the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's just approaching you,
Can I, like,
Fen.
get in the way?
You can do so many things.
I'd like to step in front of him
Okay.
and tell him, I'm gonna kill you if you come any closer.
You see, as the GM,
Very
I'm
firmly.
trying to push you towards a brief introduction to the combat mechanics of Root the RPG.
All right, yeah, for sure, we're gonna do that.
Cool.
Yeah, we're
Very
gonna
good.
beat this guy up.
Okay, cool. So,
To
if
death.
you want to, you have a lot of options here. You can either engage in melee with this dude, you can try to grapple this dude, you can help your friends and add to their
Okay.
rolls after seeing the result by marking exhaustion on
Okay.
yourself. These are the basic moves that you can do in this combat.
Rubbish. I think we should do the block and tackle maneuver.
Yeah, let's do
You
that.
remember that one? That's the one where you go down on your hands and knees behind him and I shove him over your back.
Yeah, with tabletop.
And you may also have special weapon moves. It's possible, but you have to
Yeah.
have the weapon that has it as well, which can be a little tricky.
So I'd like to. Yeah,
I'm
I
presently
currently-
weaponless.
I
Or
have,
if one of you has blind side, you can sucker punch the guy, but I'm not sure if any of you have blind side.
I'm making an effort. Because the block and tackle was very successful. I'm making an effort to draw his attention to me.
Okay. Do you have a special, do you have the roguish feat or anything to do so?
No.
That's okay.
No, I'm just gonna tell him that
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat him up.
Absolutely. Okay, so there's two ways you can run this. One, you can roll this as a luck check and see if you're trusting fate to see if that works. Or two, what you can do is use this as a help, so that by drawing their attention, you are helping your
Yeah,
other player
let's do
character's
help.
action. Okay, cool. Now the way that works is you get to choose whether to mark the exhaustion or not until after you see the roll of whoever's doing the action.
Okay.
Which is a nice little, that's just a kindness that the system
Yeah,
has.
That is.
So, yeah, now you've taken your action, and let's see what's going on. We
Rubbish,
don't have
you're
turns
gonna-
in
You're
Root.
going to drop to the table
Yeah, I suppose.
and I'll just shove him over you.
Yeah, I will run behind him and drop down to my hands and knees. And yeah, I think we're gonna try to tabletop him.
And then
You
I come to
have-
the side, the opposite side of where
Tabletop skill.
where
is there a
Crap is
tabletop skill?
trying to get his attention and push him over.
Okay, stupendous. So here's how I'm going to interpret this. The two of you are both taking help actions right now, where if you want to add to Ryan's role, I was going to call you by your IRL name, then you can do so. It'll cost you an exhaustion point. This means that both of you will be able to add 2 to his roll
That's
if you
fine.
want.
Yep.
2 each or 1 each?
2 each.
Wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So start
So
with
it's
the
pretty
roll.
nice. And then anything else being done by the party at the moment? We've got our thing. Okay, so what you're doing right now is you're engaging him in melee. So I need you to roll a might check.
So I'm starting with a 9.
Cool. Okay. Would you, the two of you...
Two more points would get
Yeah.
me to something with
I'll
no
take it.
repercussions.
Okay.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Cool. Please take...
I'll add the exhaustion.
So I have an 11.
That's great. So you are in combat. You have engaged in melee. So you rolled a 10 or more. So there's a few things you get to choose from, okay? He's gonna punch at you.
Okay.
All right? When you engage in melee and Root the Tabletop RPG, you trade harm on a hit. But you get to pick 3 of these things. You can inflict serious harm and do more damage to him. You can suffer little and take less damage from him. You can shift your range 1 step so you can move away after this. Or you can impress, dismay, or frighten your foe.
Can I do exhaustion instead of injury to him?
Ooh, do you have an ability
I do not.
for that? There are abilities for that.
I do
so
not have
it's
such ability.
by default, unless you were grappling him.
So I will simply do violence.
You're doing violence to him. Okay, cool. I know his stat block.
So I will
Standard
do
stat
harm
block.
to him, and because I'm angry about this situation, I will do extra harm to him.
Yes.
You said I may choose 1.
You get to choose 3 of those. So
I will do extra. Can I do 2 extra harms and I take less?
just 1. What
One
you
of
can
each- well,
do
then I will
is-
do all
yeah.
3.
Okay, cool.
Or were there
So
4?
the one that doesn't make a ton of sense right now is
Is-
shift your
Right,
range.
I'm not shifting range.
So you're going to be able to do a few things.
Unless
with
I'm going to do a
this guy.
flying kick at him, which I'm not.
Yeah, so you've inflicted serious harm. You go and you push him, and he just lashes out at you with his open wing, like to do an open wing slap, and he starts to stumble back, missing you entirely because of the tabletop maneuver. You shove him, and he goes head over heels, and he really looks like he hurt his neck. Like, it's really bad. Like, he's taking 2 injury marks. He is not doing well, and it was so disheartening. He would have dealt 1 harm to you, but he does not because you reduced it. It is so disheartening that he's going to take 1 morale damage, which is an NPC-specific harm track, which I'll be tracking when you're in combat like this.
Very good.
So his morale is broken. He is still able to start scrambling up. You really done it now! I'm going back to the mayor. I'm telling her that y'all are bad news.
Can I like spring onto him and like be like, "Where's Justine?"
Yes.
I was going to look at crap, but already taken care of.
Yes, absolutely. I would say that you are definitely engaging in melee or grappling him.
Yeah, sure. I'll grapple his face.
Grapple his face with your might.
Okay.
Can I help, since I've already taken an action this round?
There are no rounds.
Okay.
Everything's
Can I
happening.
potentially help by grabbing him as she's on one side?
If you're willing to expend an exhaustion, you can
Potentially,
expend
yes.
as many as you'd like. Yes. It's good. It's good.
Leadership system.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will expend an exhaustion.
Okay. So what does that bring your roll up to? 10?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a grapple, so that means that you get to choose one of these things first.
Okay.
You can quick jab him and do an injury. You can wear him down and take an exhaustion. You can also disengage if you wanted to immediately disengage. Okay? You can exhaust him, or you can exploit weakness and mark your own exhaustion to inflict 2 injury.
Do you want to kill him?
No, I want information.
So you want to exhaust him? I would say.
Yeah.
So you can try to wear him down. You're gonna try to wear him down? Okay, so you get to choose that first. He's taking an exhaustion harm.
Okay.
Okay. Now the 2 of you begin making simultaneous choices. So at the same time these things happen, he's gonna kind of lean back his head and manage to get like a good peck in at your neck. That's gonna cause 1 injury. He's taking a fast blow at you.
Okay.
You can either take that injury or mark 1 wear on your armor if you're wearing your armor. at
I'm
the
not wearing
moment.
armor.
Then you
With
just
the-
take
yeah.
1 injury.
Okay.
Okay? And now you get to choose. Are you doing injury? Are you doing exhaustion? Are you gonna mark your own exhaustion to fucking murder this dude?
I'm not murdering
You're not
him,
murdering this
so
guy?
Not in front
I
of
just
everybody.
want to wear him. I want to get him to a point where he'll tell me where Justine is.
Okay, you have worn him down a little bit more, and now we are in the 3rd round, and he is going to continue trying to get free
So
from you.
their grappling is the way for me to lean in, or would I only be helping?
You're just in this grapple. Like I'm sorry, they are just in this grapple now, and as long as this
thinking
grapple.
pop him in the back of the head to
No.
exhaust him more. Okay.
Nope, they're
Very good.
tumbling on the floor now.
All right,
They've
just
fallen onto
them.
the
Got
floor,
it.
and it's just them. We are the spotlight has moved now
Can
to
I
crab.
look around? Are there any other birds in here? Like no.
There are not any other birds.
Are the
You saw
patrons
owl
cheering?
earlier. No, there's like 2 people still here. It's getting pretty late at this point.
I don't know if this is going to go off right, but crap.
Crap. This is great. The noise that you're making draws the workers out. It seems like they were just okay to be like, screw that guy, we're just gonna get back to work. But now they come out and they do start going like, yeah, kill him. One of them just says, fucking kill him. And the
all
other
ears look
mice
at
are
him.
like, they look at him, and this is a big scene. And now we've shifted spotlight. We shift spotlight back to you, Crap.
And I'm doing that thing where you like drizzle like spit on their face, then suck it back up again.
Okay, and that's very exhausting to him somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, you're marking simultaneously, so he's going to be struggling so strongly against you that he's actually going to be doing a wear you down. So you're going to take 1 exhaustion
Okay.
instead of injury track
Oh,
on this
okay.
one. But that does bring him down to his maximum exhaustion track.
Does he give now?
He is just incapable of fighting anymore. He's
Okay.
exhausted. He's had a long night. He's just there now, and you can do what you want with him.
I'm gonna go over to the workers while they're finishing up. I want to look at all of them and kind of through a cowled, face, be like, "Hey, this wasn't us. Don't tell anybody about this. I'm trying to help."
Now, the one who said, "Fucking kill him," was way too into this thing. He nods at you, and he says, "Guys, let me talk to them. I think that'd be best." And they do not look okay with what's going on.
It'd be best for everybody. Everybody. If no one knew we were here doing this.
Now, you do need to do a persuasion check.
Yeah.
So let's roll some charm, baby.
And I'll use, because I see that I'm gonna intimidate these two. I'm not intimidating him. He seems like he's going along.
The
with it.
one who seems
Yeah.
into the murder, yeah.
The one that seems. God damn.
You've not rolled
Okay.
a success all night.
No, because if I use my last exhaustion, I just pass out, and it still
Yeah.
doesn't work. So
No.
I think I'm being very threatening, but I am just adorable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were trying to do a threat.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Okay, yeah. They because you were attempting to do a threat and you fail, your action fails, which
Yeah.
means that it's misinterpreted, and they think that you're just being cute. So they're not super upset with you from what you can tell, but they don't
Okay.
seem stoked with this thing.
Can I do a thing?
You can do so many things.
So I would like to use one of my moves. That's called Desperate Smile. When you trust fate to see you through by begging, pleading, or abasing yourself,
Yes.
roll with charm instead of luck.
Great.
So I'm gonna drop down to the ground, down onto my knees, and I'm gonna go, please don't tell on us.
Okay. With the workers in the back.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
Please roll with charm.
Oh fuck. Yeah. So that's. Oh god, that's 6.
Oh, that's just a failure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, you do not convince them of anything.
You said there were
And-
2 people here sitting down that were eating that have watched this.
Yeah, they've been in the room and they're like moving to kind of go
Since
back
I
up
see
to their
that
hotel room.
Crap has control, I'm going to quickly saunter over to them.
Okay, you approach them. Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, they're both mice. They're
My
both mouse
friends.
folk.
I want you to consider something. The moves that are happening here today could be the moves of the whole town. It could be a thing where we would have the Ghost Hawks leave or possibly step down and all of their goods be passed to everybody in the town, making us all equals.
Now I'm
Consider
going to,
this.
This is good. This is a good line of reasoning, especially if they're already allied with the Woodland Alliance. So I'm going to allow you a choice, player, and you can choose to either persuade them, not knowing if they're members of the Woodland Alliance or not, or you can trust fate, and maybe they both are already members of the Woodland Alliance.
Trust fate means adding luck. What does the other one add?
The other one is charm.
Well, I'm going with trusting fate.
Cool, I love it. Good. Okay, so we have a trust fate fail. We'll get a trust fate success, maybe?
7.
Okay, success with complications. Yeah, they do, oh my god, the sting. You've seen the sting where they do the nose thing? Mm-hmm. They touch their finger to their nose and they go like, we agree with you, brother. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with him, though? He'll go and tell the mayor. You have to know, like, Jessamy, she didn't really want to go speak to the mayor. That was obvious, right?
It seems obvious to me. Did you see her leave?
I saw her taken. We saw her taken,
She was
right, honey?
taken.
Yes, I saw her taken too. I love you, baby.
Aw.
They're in love. They love each other very much. You don't even have to roll a check.
Let's end the game here.
Yeah.
That's my mother.
Jessamy's your mother?
She raised me.
Then
I've got to save her.
you'll have to go.
Who took her?
Well,
Wasi?
it was the mayor. The mayor in the bird in charge. The
Ellerby took her?
Ellerby sent people to bring her away. Yes.
Thank you, my friends.
Yeah, of course. And they do a secret handshake with you. That's like Woodland Alliance handshake. They say, would cute animal god be with you?
Your nature. Radical. Clear your exhaustion track when you espouse dangerous ideas to the wrong audience. This is the right audience, though, correct?
It is the right audience,
Darn it.
but you really went out on a limb there, and I'm willing to give you a reward as a player for that. So, because you espouse dangerous ideas in a potentially very risky situation, I'm going to let you clear the track. I think
you.
you still fell in line with your nature. Stupendous. Okay, so you've got that information. Ellerby straight up fucking had her dragged out of here by bird guards. You did a really rubbish. You did a very
I did
rubbish
fucking
job.
garbage.
And you look straight up pathetic.
Yeah.
Now here's the complication of your
I start
up,
playing dead.
and here's your straight up luck fail. Like that bird who was behind the bar, because your luck failed, he sees that and he has hope again. And he's like, I can get away. Like, these idiots are just a bunch of wimps. That's what he's thinking in his head.
no.
And he's going to try to make a bolt out the door.
Shit.
So he just kind of spends all of his energy and
his
throws
last
his last exhaustion, and he throws himself out towards the door. And the door gets hit unless someone has an action.
So
You're groveling on the ground.
Yeah,
You're
I'm playing
talking to
dead.
other people, Ryan. We got Fen, Nimble, and Crap. The three of you are kind of there, but he just broke free from Crap, so I'm putting this on Nimble or Fen.
So what I want to so
Ben, you're about
just
to die.
just so I know about this
Spend an
world,
exhaustion on him, yeah.
just so I know about this world.
Please.
Killing in the area or in here would be probably pretty bad, right? Like in general, murder in here, as we are seeing, we're investigating.
They don't even really have capital punishment
Yeah.
in this clearing. Like, that's a thing that may be done by the Marquis, but that could just be a rumor because people are trying to poison people against Marquis. You don't know. Like, nobody really does a lot of murder.
Yeah. Okay. So then
You can do it. It's done.
Yeah.
It is done, and there are big stories told about it and all that stuff.
So we need information. I want to try and tackle him if I can. I'll chase after him.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna let you do a grapple check for sure.
Yeah.
And they could both do something, right?
Yeah, you can. What would you like to do?
Well, I have the roguish feat of acrobatics.
Ooh.
Oh,
So
solid.
I was thinking
Yes.
I could do a little tuck and roll in front of the door and block his exit.
That's so good. Great use of a roguish feat. So that means that you get to do that roguish feat with your finesse check
Thank God.
instead of with your luck.
Yes, awesome.
Just need a 7 or above.
Right, yeah, so I have a 10.
That's brilliant. With a 10, you do exactly what you wanted to do without incurring any of the risks. And as he sort of like slams into what would have been the door, you just catch this unconscious bird. He really overstretched himself on that one. So this fella is unconscious in your arms. You have the information that you have about the world, and you can all do something, or I have an action queued up if you take too long to decide your own course of action. That's how role-playing
So
works.
for mine, I'm quickly going over to Fen. We should go as fast as we can to the mayor's office to check on Ellerby and Jessamy.
I'm just gonna sit on a chair it's there. I'm pretty exhausted, but
I'm concerned that if I take either crap or rubbish, something bad's going to happen, and we're not going to be able to find Jessamy.
you're right. She's
I'm gonna stand up, dust myself off, and pretend that I am not absolutely pathetic, and I'm gonna go.
What are you talking about? I can do anything you can do.
Okay, follow me.
All right, let's go.
I'm going to use my oiled string. No, that's my crossbow. I'd like to make an effort to restrain this guy and tie him up.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with him.
so I'll
Jesus.
I'll look at you two and say, should I go with them?
Go with them. We're gonna take whatever his face is upstairs to our room.
Don't come with us. Go to sleep.
Oh, yeah, you should come with us and go to sleep. So I'd like to attempt to hoist this guy up over my shoulder and go up to our room.
Yeah, you can do that. Yep, he's an unconscious limp form.
And I
you
toss him over to you. And
If you would, you toss him.
Yes.
Stupendous. Now, I will say, if you want to restrain him, you are going to need to mark depletion.
Okay, I was gonna go up to the room and use like a sheet or something.
You can do that. Yeah.
And mark depletion?
No, once you get up there, you can use whatever's in the room.
Unless he like wakes up, then I'll go from there, I suppose.
Yeah, but he's pretty tired.
Before I leave, I'm going to look over at Nimble. Aren't you coming?
Me?
Yes.
No, I have to take care of this guy.
She can take care of him herself.
We can use another set of hands.
Gotcha.
This is a very good time to expose you all to another mechanic in the game. This mechanic is plead. Now, if somebody pleads with a PC, any player can do this action once. You plead with another player character, and if they do what you ask them to do, they get to clear 1 exhaustion.
Do you have an exhaustion?
No.
You don't?
I don't.
It's
I
it's
don't
like a
either.
way that you get to bribe other players by, hey, I'll take one of your exhaustions away. Just do what I say. Now, you get to do it once per round, or per game, and if you want to use it in sort of a, sneaky way of like, I think they really already want to do this, but I want to clear one of their exhaustion, play the game. You want to play the game? I'm here to play. I'm here to facilitate your fun.
Okay.
Do you think you can handle this bird guy all on your own?
I'm gonna pat him on the rump and say, "Yeah, I got this."
Oh yeah.
All right, well then, I guess
Sean.
And I nod my head once, and we're off.
Let's go.
Okay,
Alrighty.
I just need a quick rundown. Who's going where? Let's get the full final answer.
I'm going up to the bedroom and sleeping.
Okay, you're going up to the bedroom to sleeping, and you're maybe like you're not really helping carry because you don't want to pass out on the roof.
Yeah.
You're carrying the. I'm sorry, I shouldn't poke at people. I shouldn't point at people. I should say the names. Crap. You're carrying.
Crap's got it in the bag.
Fen
Yeah.
and Crap are going up to the hotel, to the room.
Nibble,
and you're just
Rubbish,
gonna-
and Ryan are heading to the mayor's office.
Perfect.
Not a
Nimble,
run.
Ryan, and Rubbish. Okay, you exit and you walk out of the room, out of the bar. All right, and you see a couple of things out there. One thing that you see is that the smithery, the armory. It seems like they're still lit up and they're still working on whatever you had them doing. Okay. Two, you still see those stinking big buff birds floating around and walking all over the place, doing something, but they're not breaking any laws, they're just meandering, okay? You see a pretty clear route to the mayor's house, and there are a regular number of guards out, but that's what you see. What would you like to do?
I say we go as quickly as we can to the mayor's office with a stop quickly to Smithy. I might be able to get us something. You still have the dagger, right?
Yes, yeah, I have the dagger.
Keep it touch. Put it away. Put it away. Put it away.
I'm again holding it out. in
Put
front
it
of me.
away.
Put that away.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, do you think should we just take the road up there, or should we sneak around, or?
I was thinking the quickest way was direct way. Anyone asks us, we're out for a walk. Light jog.
Are they just
Cardio.
gonna let us walk into the mayor's house?
Calisthenics. Well, who's going to stop us to go to the mayor's office? It's on the road.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
The mayor's office is not at a dead end somewhere, right?
No. The mayor's office is the tallest tree in the center of the town. It's like they have a big panopticon at the top where they can look out at everything
Perfect.
in the city. It's a pretty cool thing, yes.
Oh, cool.
So we'll go to the tree swing or elevator or whatever it might be, and
Yeah.
the hoist.
Yeah.
This is a massive freaking tree. There's like a stairwell. There are stairwells that go into it.
Okay,
And
even better for my explanation that we're jogging.
totally. We got to get our stairs in. Yeah, get the stairs.
When we get to the massive staircase, I go,
You know what? Maybe we don't have to do this.
No, we have to do this.
The two guards at the door also say, "Do what?
We're running the stairs.
Do you have an appointment? It's very late."
By the time we get to the top of the stairs, we will.
That's an odd thing to say. Are you trying to persuade me, or maybe trick me to get what you
I'm
want?
trying to trick you.
Okay, then please.
Please let us go up there.
No, we're not doing that again.
Okay, which one of these do?
Well, that beat me. I didn't even get a chance.
Okay, freaking roll that. That's a charm check, correct?
that
Nice.
is a 10 plus my 2, that is 12.
Okay.
He goes, "Oh, don't worry, little guy. Here, come on in. We'll try to get you some hot cocoa. You must just be a big fan of Ellaby, huh?"
I love her so much.
"Oh, it's okay. She's got a lot of big fans in town. I'll tell you what, if you're really good, I bet I could get you an autograph."
Really want that, please?
Okay. Well, then in that case, how about the two of you? Are you his guardian?
I am, and
Yeah.
so is she.
Yeah, you're okay. Thank you
Guardian,
for,
as you can see, he's a handful.
thank you for everything that the two of you do.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna just let's go on up, big guy.
I'm crying.
And one of these strapping guards is gonna kind of cradle you a little bit, and they're just gonna start walking you up towards the mayor's office.
Are both guards coming up with us?
Just the one who came with you. Yeah, the second mayor. He
It's the
watches you
second
going a
guard
little
is
ways.
at the bottom.
Second guard goes back down to make sure nobody doesn't think too bad. And then you're going up basically a big spirally staircase up a tree.
Around the tree.
It's pretty cool. There's a mansion up there. This is awesome.
I immediately stop crying. And
The guard is a bird.
The guard's
Just
a bird.
Before anyone thinks they're going to throw him off the thing.
Yeah, birds can fly in this world unless they're wearing too much heavy armor.
Is he wearing heavy armor?
He's wearing leather armor.
He's wearing leher armor.
It looks
Armor
kind of
on
heavy.
him.
If you're lucky, it will be too heavy for him to fly.
Not lucky.
You can roll for what you know what I'm telling you.
I stop crying and I make eye contact with my 2 party members. I can't really say a thing,
Right.
but I'm wondering what the plan is here.
So I'm going to look at you because I'm behind him. I'm going to look at you. I'm going to look at Nimble. And I'm going to do with the finger across the neck and then the quizzical look.
Oh.
That was a nod from Nimble.
I'm going to start reaching toward my pocket where the dagger is.
The dagger that killed the mayor. Good, good.
I am going to...
We solved it.
So, sir, when we get up to the mayor's office... Don't stop. When we get up to the mayor's office, will we all be able to go in and meet her? And the idea is to get him to turn his head towards me while the dagger is being pulled, and...
He turns his head to you and says, I think that might be arranged. If one special little guy keeps behaving, it seems
stab
like
him in the
he's
neck.
calmed down. Fantastic. Now,
Incredible.
do you have the blind side roguish feat?
I do not.
Damn, you maybe have that, Fen?
No, I don't.
Nobody
I don't
has
know that anyone
blind
has
side.
I don't.
No one has the blind side. That okay.
But I will help him if I can,
Okay.
giving the possible exhaustion.
It's completely fine. All I'm saying, so clearly you are attempting to blindside him. You're sneak
I
attacking.
do have this thing.
Yes, please.
Charm offensive. When you play upon an enemy's insecurities, concerns, or fears to distract them
Yes.
with words during a fight,
Yes.
roll with cunning. On a hit, you create an opening for yourself, make any available weapon move against them at +1, or strike quickly to deal injury to them.
Okay, great. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, roll your 2d6. You said you're doing charm, correct?
Cunning.
Cunning. Yes, good.
Oh, that's not going to be good. A 7.
So 7.
Yes.
If I help and do an exhaustion, it would only bring it to a 9. That's no different. Not necessarily worth the exhaustion.
This is still a hit. You
So-
rolled a 7.
7
On
or
a
9.
7 to 9, you also piss them off. They aren't listening to you anymore, no matter what you do, until the situation drastically changes.
This
so
is
I still,
perfect.
I still get to do the thing. It just also pisses them off.
Yeah.
Which I think is going to happen anyway because I'm stabbing him.
He's not gonna forgive you for this.
Right.
And no matter what you did, it's not going to
So
work
leave it
out
at a
that
7 then.
Yeah, for sure.
No matter how
Okay.
pathetic you are.
So yeah, I think I'm just going to do this strike quickly and deal an injury to him.
way. Okay, you do so. Let me go ahead and get my notepad ready for a guard. Okay. This is great. All right, so you reach out, you do this, and I believe you get an extra, you can do an additional weapon move or something like that.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so you have dealt 1 injury to him, right?
Yeah, so my nature says clear your exhaustion track when you spring a complicated con on a dangerous mark.
That's complicated enough. Yep, clear your exhaustion track, please.
Yay.
Yep.
Can you, before you
rubbish,
do that,
yeah.
can you spend an exhaustion to do an additional point of damage? Was that an option?
Not unless you have an ability for
All right,
that.
all right, no problem.
Sometimes weapon abilities will allow you to do
Gotcha.
that, but I don't think
Well, he has a
you've got
dagger,
it.
so he doesn't have the ability written down.
Okay, cool. Perfect. All right, great. So you're fighting with a member of the Glades Guard now, and he throws you down, and he goes, What the hell's going on here? And he looks around, looks to the two of you, and says, I don't think that you're actually caretakers.
Every once in a while, he gets a little out of hand. I'm going to try and keep his focus on me again with the possibility of helping while you stabbing him.
You're going to need to do a really good job of tricking an NPC here. I'll let you do it with cunning.
That is a pretty good job. That's a 10.
That's a really good job. Okay. He turns to you and he looks like, oh God, he really got me there.
It does look pretty bad.
What a little bastard. I mean, seriously?
Sometimes I think they call it Tourette's.
I'm not sure I'm ready to take you all up there. In fact, I'm gonna have to ask that we can't have you meeting the mayor like this. We're going back downstairs. Come on.
And I guess I'm gonna try to stab him in the butthole.
Okay. So now you are absolutely engaging in melee.
Yep.
For
So
sure.
you're just going to attack him now?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Now what I'm going to let you do is if you want, you can mark exhaustion to give
To
him
give him the
health
+2.
on this
Right.
might roll. It's a might roll, baby. Let's do
I
it.
mean, yeah, my might is +0, so
That's still better
Mine's
than
negative
common.
1.
What's that?
Mine's
Yours-
negative 1.
But you
Oh,
have the
that is
ability to
what-
help, though,
yes,
in the same way.
yes.
So
Okay, let's see.
That's a 7.
if we both exhaust 1, it will be an 11. So
Boy,
I will
that
exhaust
is still gonna be a success,
Right, it's
right?
the
Yes,
same
but with
thing for
complication,
him.
I'd rather see
Yeah.
it without complication on this
Oh,
roll.
no, it's not with complication. You just get to only choose one of... It's just not out with basic
We want
melee.
many options. So I'm going to kick it up to a 9.
Okay, mark an exhaustion off.
I did. If you
Good.
wish, you can mark an exhaustion and bring him to 11.
Okay, I see.
Cut
Yeah.
that shit to 11.
Yeah. I'm just
Okay.
gonna-
Now,
So-
with an 11,
Yes, in the nature of collaborative storytelling, the two of you must justify how you're helping.
so what I'm doing is I am continuously talking with him. Yeah, see, Keith, it's unfortunate. Every once in a while, I mean, don't you think, Nimble? Every once in a while, it gets a little out of hand. And let me see. Turn my way. Let me see if I can see how that. Oh, that does look very, very, very
He
bad.
really gashed me.
I can see that
is
right there.
one of you a nurse? You have kind eyes. Are you a nurse?
No, I'm not, but
All right. Well, I've done a little bit of needlepoint before. Yes, I can probably do that. And that's point when he stabs it.
Okay,
And then I jump up and stab him in the butthole.
you stabbed it. Okay, so now
have it.
you're engaged in melee. So this is a guard, meaning that he deals 2 injury when he's engaged in melee. All right. So you engage in melee. You get to pick 3 of these. You're going to trade harm, so you can.
Less damage,
Yep.
more damage to him.
I'll pick 3 of these.
Ignore
Okay.
the range and do the last one as well.
Those are the logical things to do.
Okay, I will inflict serious harm.
Okay.
I will suffer little harm.
Yeah.
And what is impress, dismay, or frighten your foe?
That means that you deal morale track harm on them. These are guards, and so they're pretty loyal.
Okay.
But when you impress or you can wear down their morale with this.
Okay. So it's ignoring the range one.
Well, the range, yeah, ignore the range one, yeah, because that doesn't do anything for us. You're not throwing the dagger at him.
Okay, yeah, then I guess I can only do each one time, right?
You just do each one once. So
Okay.
you're going to take 1 injury total.
Okay.
Okay, and you're going to inflict morale damage on him.
Yep.
He's embarrassed that you just put a dagger into his butt.
It's a bird, though.
Yeah, and his cloaca. Sorry.
There's cloaca.
Let's be accurate.
I'm sorry. Okay.
So I've already inflicted 3 injury on this
Yeah,
guy?
you've been doing really good. And he goes, aye, my cloaca.
You have cloaca probed him.
Now I'm sure that this is actually a group of vagabonds attacking me. Somebody help.
I'm going to, as he goes to do that, I want to grab his beak.
Okay, that's a grapple check.
That
That's a might.
is a 7.
Okay, that means that he gets to decide.
A complication.
Yep. Well, no complication with grapple. It just means that you both get to decide at the same time.
If I make it a 9, what does that do?
It doesn't change it because it
It
has to
doesn't
be
change it?
success.
Okay.
Yep. So he's going to. Yeah, you grapple him successfully. You roll a 7, right?
Yep.
So you successfully grapple. He is going to immediately pull out his sword, and as he's grappling with you, he kind of butts you with the hilt of it, okay? And it hits you in the chest, and it hurts. And you're going to actually take an injury from that.
Okay.
But you get to decide if you want to deal 1 injury, deal 1 exhaustion.
I want to
or
deal 1 injury.
You're dealing 1 injury. You're trying to murder this guy.
We
Oh,
are.
that's the wrong track. Here we are. Okay. That looks like it really hurt him. Okay? So you both are still in the grapple. Now you're going to get to decide for this last one. He absolutely withdraws from the grapple. You're choosing at the same time.
Right.
So he's doing his best to
He's
get
going
away
to try and
from
get back. I'm going to try and do 1 more injury.
Okay, you get to just do that because you're in a grapple. He dies.
So we kill him on the stairs,
Yeah.
and that's like,
he like lets go and he looks at you and he's like, he just seems like he wants to just go home. He just wants to go see his family. And then, yep, you just let him go and he falls down and his head goes way too far to the side. And he just slumps down and he lands at the feet of his friend, the other guard.
Why didn't we stop him from going all the way
I
down?
thought he was falling off the stairs.
The other guard was already running up to you.
Oh,
Because he called for help on his last
Well, fuck,
round.
we gotta start running.
We're running up.
He's chasing after you. Okay.
Yep.
Then you are
Fucking
in.
Nimble, run!
Oh, yes, we're running. I'm going.
So just something to think about as we're running up. He can fly.
Oh, God.
It depends on how heavy his armor is.
Right. So we're running.
Okay.
I'm looking for him. I'm watching all around, making
We're
sure
in
that
a
he's
very
not.
cool chase scene as you're
Yep.
running up a big spiral staircase inside of a hollowed out tree, and the camera shifts. And now we're dealing with two tired, cute little animals with an unconscious bird in a hotel where you seems like nobody wants to bother you.
I've expertly tied him up, and I'm lighting stuff on fire by the side table.
And I'm just laying down.
What?
I'm just burning little scraps of paper and flicking them at him.
Oh!
He's unconscious.
I thought you were like burning him to death. I didn't understand what was happening. Okay, just because there was one death doesn't mean we have to. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not killing him. I'm just flicking, burning pieces of paper at him.
Okay. Stupendous.
I do want to rifle through his pockets, though.
Yeah, you want to rifle through his pockets.
Yes.
That's completely fine. I have a table here for you for that.
Yeah.
You're going to get a random valuable item out of his pockets. Roll me 2d6 and give me one number first and the second one. You're basically rolling a d6 6.
Okay, 46.
46, a 4 and a 6. You find fine leaf leather boots. So they're not in his pockets, but you steal this guy's shoes.
Shoes.
You stole his shoes.
Won't be needing these.
They're really nice, and that's going to give you two benefits. One, you got some really nice boots. Okay. Two, this guy looks like he's a little bit too pampered. He's probably not going to be able to like run around in the street without his shoes covering his bird feet.
Okay. Yeah, then I just keep flicking matches at him.
Okay, cool. You're doing that.
Continue my
Yeah.
time.
I'm just gonna be kind of staring at the ceiling.
You're just trying to space out pretty hard.
Crap.
Sorry.
Man, I've been screwing up tonight.
I think you should go to sleep. I don't want to talk about this.
You know, that's why, despite the fact that you have stolen plenty of food from me, have lied to me constantly, have conned me multiple times at Jack's, despite the fact that I am pretty good at it, I think that's why I continue to work with you. You don't want to talk a lot.
Yeah.
You're a
for
good
real.
sounding board.
Okay.
I can just tell you anything, and you'll tell me to shut up,
Yeah.
and then I'm done.
Mm-hmm. You're done now?
Yeah, that helped a lot. Thanks, crap. I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay.
You're a good friend. I'm gonna go sleep.
Stupendous. You lay your head down, and just from you've eaten these grubs, like you've done a number of things that you feel okay. The second your eyes close, you're gonna clear one exhaustion, but just the one, unless you get a really good night's sleep. Okay. And anything else you want to do with this guy? You want to try to wake him up? Nope. Okay, then if that's the case, we cut back to our chase scene already in progress. And this bird says he's got like big bird energy. Okay? He's feeling pretty cool right now.
He's fine?
He's fine.
What color
Yeah.
are his feathers?
His feathers are white and yellow,
Okay,
like
nice.
eagle colors.
Nice.
He's like a cool bird, and he's got bird abs. Like, you see that because here's what he does. He reaches up and takes off his tearaway armor,
Nice.
and throws it onto the ground,
Nice.
and he throws his wings out, and he says, "I'm gonna get you. I'ma get you for stealing my tomatoes."
What are you
Oh no! And he starts flying.
It's been another hour.
Like one little joke. Yeah. So he's gonna try to take off and chase, and he's gonna be able to cut you off immediately, unless anybody has something they'd like to do.
I'm gonna throw a lemon at him.
You definitely have lemons.
I do.
Okay.
I will
Mark your depletion.
mark a depletion.
Okay. Throw a lemon at him. That's just a ranged attack. It's a finesse attack.
It's a finesse attack.
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, you pull a lemon out of your pocket, and as you're doing so, all the other lemons tumble out, and they start rolling down the stairs, and you throw the
Nimble,
lemon
grab
at
a
him, and you just do a bad job of throwing a lemon, but I really appreciate it.
Reach down, grab a lemon, and throw it at him.
haven't made that one.
Okay, you're gonna reach out and grab a lemon?
Give me a second.
We're processing.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
processing time.
Processing. Who can do an effect like a modem sound?
Is he flying
just
too
do
high?
that sound effect?
Not yet, but soon. Yeah.
I would grab that. I'm sure that won't get cut out at all.
No, that was like
Our
that was
harmony.
euphonious.
Yes, I would like to grab a lemon and try to throw it at him as well.
Alright, great. Now, do you have any roguish feats or special things that you want to do for that, or are you just throwing the lemon? Because you can just do
I'm
it.
gonna go ahead and just throw the lemon.
You grab that
Yeah.
lemon and you throw that lemon, and that's a finesse roll for that ranged
Alright,
attack.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yes, that would be a 10.
Okay, cool. That's a 10.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you hit him. You deal 1 harm to him immediately.
With
Yeah.
a lemon.
With a lemon.
I think the lemon like bursts.
I got it.
Yeah, it goes into his eyes.
It goes into his
It's
eyes,
terrible. I
yeah.
will let you actually decide. Would you like to... Oh no, I'm not even letting you decide. That inflicts morale on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So that hits him in the eyes, and he just saw his fucking buddy, who he's worked with for years, like, they go to the park together. Like, they used to take his daughter there.
Morning,
when
Sam.
she was
Oh,
an egg.
no.
Morning, Sam. Morning, Ralph.
Yeah,
Yes.
but they were really good friends. They had, like, platonic love for each other. And it wasn't even, like, a sex thing. They
They
just
took
really
care of the
cared.
egg together.
But his friend's dead because you murdered him. So his morale was already down. This lemon in his eyes is insult to injury, and he's taking a second morale point. So that's his devotion to his cause. And yeah, he's crying for 2 reasons now. And he's going to, unless you have an action, he's going to close the distance.
I don't know what I can do, sadly.
There's lemons.
Is there another lemon close enough?
Because we've had 2 people throw lemons, I'm going to make you roll a luck check to see if one of the lemons bounces up to you.
That's a 9.
That lemon bounces up to you.
Bounced the wrong way. All right.
Yeah.
Very good. So I'm going to hurl a lemon.
Throw that lemon, finesse.
That's a 5.
That lemon goes wide.
That's wide.
That's a wide lemon
Wide right.
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. He lands in front of you. His wings go whoosh, 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 and you see his abs and his pecs. And this bird.
Like a bird.
Pecs.
Hex.
Oh, I meant to do that for sure.
Gives
Oh,
good
man.
peck.
Yeah.
Wait, think
No.
about it. All the
Land.
work with your arms and
Like
stuff.
head.
I mean,
Yeah, it's like a
We've
sex
never
joke.
had any complaints.
Yeah, I love it. How's your head?
He'll constantly
Yeah.
be that,
Yeah.
that chest
Thanks,
rip.
Dad.
He'd be
You're welcome.
Chicken breast before.
Yeah, I mean that's all muscle in there.
Supple.
Oh yeah.
Like a human.
Sorry,
breast.
I don't know
It's
what
all
happened.
muscle.
It's all just muscle.
Supple.
His supple.
So you're. I mean, this is an
Stick 'em
erotic
rubbish.
bird.
It's a super hot bird.
Who's in the lead right now?
Me.
You're in the lead?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
Stick 'em.
Then he just lands in front of you, and you do a thing.
I'm holding the dagger and I go,
This is your friend's butthole blood.
and I go to attack him.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so you are in melee attack now. You're engaging in melee. Roll 2d6 with might.
Is there psychic damage in there?
There's morale damage right
I
there.
am trying to play upon his insecurities, concerns, or fears.
Okay, and how does that exactly work again? You get to add your cunning to your roll instead
Yeah,
of
so
might.
so I roll with cunning, and on
Yeah.
a hit, I create an opening for myself, and I either make an available weapon move, and I get to add +1, or I get to strike quickly and just deal 1 injury.
Great. Yep, you get to do that for sure. You're gonna break this guy's poor heart.
It's a 5 + 1, that's a 6.
That is not gonna do it, my friend.
Yeah, so on a miss, you infuriate them, they come at you hard, and you're not prepared.
Oh yeah, cool. Okay, so yep, he gets to really come at you hard.
This is your friend's butthole blood.
And, yeah.
You're holding your dagger out, and as you go to like sort of stab at him, he's jacked. He just grabs your wrist and he jams the dagger that you're holding into your chest, and then he puts his hand on the back of it and shoves it in your armor into your chest.
That's not fair.
He says, I loved him, and you took him from me. So, this is how you can do it. You can choose to take the damage on your armor, but I think
has
you might
no
have
armor,
given that away.
right?
No,
Did you-
I gave away my short bow.
Okay, cool. So you can take that as wear on your armor if you
Okay,
have armor,
I
but
do.
it's 2 harm. Because he's a guard, he deals 2 harm.
So you could take 2 on your armor, and then we would have to quickly run down to the smithy.
Yeah. Or you could let some of it go through to injury. You get to decide as the player.
I'll let 1 go to my armor and 1 go to injury.
Solid. Okay, well then, who else would like to engage this buff
I
third?
will. Well, actually, do you want to this time? Does Nimble want to leap first?
Yeah, let me try and pull my dagger out and
Stab this guy.
stab this guy.
He's got no armor. I
Yeah.
explicitly said he threw his tearaway leather armor on, so yeah.
Confidence
She
in
magic
armor,
might.
too.
Yeah,
Yes.
he did. Yeah.
All right, let's see what happens.
So roll for with might,
With might?
unless you have a special ability.
Okay, not yet. Okay.
All right, cool.
Oh,
nice.
How'd you do?
Okay, 9 minus 1, so I got 8.
You got 8. Okay,
Yeah.
that's still a success.
Yeah.
So here's how it works. You get to choose one of these things.
Okay.
You can either inflict an extra harm to him, you can suffer little and take -1 harm yourself. You're going to take 2. Or you can shift your range, or you can impress, dismay, or frighten your foe. You get to pick one of those. And I can give you the list if you'd like to look
Yes,
it over.
if I can take
Yep.
a little
Here
look.
you go, top of that page. There.
Thank you.
We're back to the modem, right?
Yeah. Hey, you know, it's the first time with the system. There's a lot of stuff.
I'm loving this system.
It's all right.
It's super
It's
fun.
cool. I like
Yeah.
it.
It's been a lot of like exposition, but you know, running a one-shot's tricky. So I'll just make excuses.
I like how the mechanics work. Like shit, you know, checking off the injury, exhaustion.
Yeah.
Like, it all works.
I really enjoy it personally. I think it's a really cool, elegant system. Yes, by Magpie Games. They're the best role-playing game producing company ever.
Sponsor us.
Wants to give me your money.
Sponsor, please.
What do you got?
I'm
for
gonna
us?
go ahead and inflict more damage.
You're inflicting serious harm. Okay, you inflict 2 injury on this dude. He's got no armor to take any
Yep.
of it.
After the 1 that you've already inflicted with the lemon, right?
Yeah.
That was morale.
Oh,
Oh,
That
right,
was
right, that's right.
only.
Okay.
Yep, because he was so heartbroken because you murdered his friend who was just doing his job.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you're going to be able to inflict 2 injury, assuming that your weapon is a 1 injury weapon. Dagger, right? Yep, it's a
Yes.
1 injury weapon. Okay, cool. You're going to take 2 though.
Okay.
He hits you back. That's how our combat works. Okay?
With the rope-a-dope?
How does it work?
Can I use that? Okay, when you evade and dodge your enemy so as to tire them out, roll with finesse. On a hit, you can mark 1 exhaustion to make them mark 2 exhaustion. On a 10+ hit, you can mark 1 exhaustion to make them mark 3 exhaustion. On a miss, they catch you, and I'm at their mercy.
But this is only when you're evading.
Yeah. Okay, so if I'm evading.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Injury.
Yeah, and I would allow you to, you know, if you were like in melee range and instead of engaging in the melee, you asked to like evade what was going on.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Got it.
Yeah, that is a cool thing. And
Alright,
you can kind of massage how that works too.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to be like, I'm gonna just take this to, they're swinging at me, I'm gonna do this. I will absolutely let it happen.
Okay.
But you don't want to fail that one because
Yes.
this fucker
He's
might
gonna
just
get
throw
me.
you off the stairs into the
Yeah.
pit below you.
Yeah.
Which is gonna hurt. Okay, fantastic.
Cool.
Ryan, do we have anything?
Well, can I also attack? All I have are my hands.
You can go up and punch this guy.
Okay.
Yep, you're able to inflict 1 injury if you hit. You'll take 2.
Right. Okay. I am going to give it a shot. Nope, I'm not going to hit him.
Okay, then you just fail. That means that you just. Okay.
I don't get in close enough.
Yeah, you run up and you're trying to get at him, but
got it.
you just can't quite reach him. Okay, cool. So then we just round back. We've got a basic turn order. Who'd like to do something now?
Well, Nimble's right in there with the battle, so stick
Yeah.
him.
All right, go ahead and try and stab him again.
Cool.
All right. 4.
That's not going to do
That's
it.
not gonna do it.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, that was an attempt.
Our
at
other
hitting.
dagger?
Yeah, Rubbish, do you want to pull that dagger out of your chest and try to do something to this guy?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Well,
While he's thinking, I'm going to reach over and pull it out of his chest and stick it.
there you go.
Okay, you pull the
probably a good
dagger right out of Rubbish's chest. I'm not going to have that inflict any injury, even though I really want it
Really
to.
would, yeah.
Yeah. And you're going to attack. Go roll with melee.
Come on. Oh, no. It's a 5.
Fail? Okay, cool. Well, then this guy gets to do a thing. He's going to try to just knock one of you off of the thing, off of the bridge. Not the bridge, the stairs.
The stairs.
Okay, so he
Ooh.
brings his buff wings back, and he's just going to try to blow off whoever rolls the lowest luck. Roll 2d6 with luck.
Okay.
And the least lucky one of you is going to try to, throw you off of the
you,
stairs.
you.
You said roll 2d6?
Roll
Yeah.
2d6, add your luck, whoever gets the lowest score.
5, 6, 7, 8. I got 9.
9, okay.
Yeah.
She was the one we wanted to have do it because she has a way to deal with it. I have a 4.
I got a 7.
Okay, he's going to push you.
So is this considered an attack?
Yes, I'd say he is attacking at you, yes.
Okay, I'm going to use my short sword to try to parry this. When you try to parry the attack of an enemy at close range, mark exhaustion and roll with finesse. On a hit, you consume their attention.
Great, yes, you can do that. Yep,
Okay.
absolutely.
Nicely done.
Yep.
So let's see.
It looks like he's about to knock your buddy off, and you go, I'm the one who killed your friend.
Right. That's 8 plus my finesse, that's nothing else.
Okay.
So that's an 8 on a 7 to a 9, pick one of these.
Oh, cool.
I can either inflict morale or exhaustion. I could disarm him, but he's using his wings, right?
Using his wings, yes.
Or don't suffer any harm. I'm assuming I can't take his wings away.
He does have a sword
Okay.
on his little belt.
What would you guys... Inflict morale? I'll inflict morale damage to him.
When you yell out, no, not him, look at me, I'm the one who murdered your friend,
Yeah.
he gets very upset, and I will let you know that you have almost depleted his morale, and if you deplete a character's morale, great things happen.
Okay.
Okay.
Does he lose the attack or does he change the attack?
He has you have his attention now. Is that it, or you didn't get
What
the
it-
10 plus?
What it
right?
says on a hit, you consume their attention.
He has your attention. You have his attention. Okay.
Yep.
He sees you, and now you have all of his ire. And he brings his wings, and he does succeed in blowing you over. And you fall, and you grab the edge.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're just holding on to the edge here. How it's going to work is you will have to make periodic might checks. People have to make might checks to pull you off. Then you're both in combat with this Birdman. Birdman Jr. That's Lil Wayne.
Jesus. Okay. So yeah, I'm hanging off of the edge here.
Not quite yet.
Yeah, so yeah, Rubbish is sort of taken out of the combat, and the bird looks at you. This is player facing, so y'all drive sort of the combat here.
Okay.
You want to try to take this guy on? He's really ripped. But he looks sad. He looks very sad.
Yeah.
Oh, sad and buff.
Yeah.
Abs glistening with tears.
tears.
That
Yeah.
is a deadly combo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't want a sad buff. No.
I'm gonna yell at Nimble. Help Relish up. I'll get him.
Cool.
And I will hit him with the dagger.
You have the dagger. Do you hit him?
7.
Okay. Then you get to trade harm. You're taking 2 injury. And you got a 7, so you can either inflict serious harm.
Inflict serious harm on him.
You're not going to suffer little.
Oh, actually,
You could reduce it by 1.
could I hit him by to morale? Is that one of the options?
You can impress, dismay, or frighten your foe.
Yep.
You want to do morale
I
damage
do want to
this
do
guy?
morale to him.
Okay. He's still going to hit you.
I've
so
got
you're
my
still
2.
taking your injury.
I'm in bad shape.
He kind of comes up close, and he really, in a very cool way, he pulls out his sword, and he, like, slashes into you, but you get in between the sword and his body,
He didn't even have a chance to say I love you back.
and he breaks. He just emotionally breaks, and he leans his head on your shoulder, and he just starts crying. So that's where we stand right now. Nimble, or you're grabbing Rubbish, it seems like, maybe?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
go ahead and roll might.
All right. Oh gosh.
And let's actually, you roll might as well, Rubbish, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
That roll is fucking rubbish.
It's okay. That's him. I want to set this over here. Okay. So 6.
I also rolled a 6.
Oh.
Do I die?
You fall.
Yep.
Yep. You put your trust entirely in Nimble and grab onto Nimble's hands, and Nimble is not strong enough to hold you.
My hands are
and
sweaty. I've
you
been stabbing.
slip.
Yep.
Your last chance in a fall, because there's fall damage in this game, is to roll luck. And you
Okay.
can mitigate your fall damage, but you just gotta roll straight up luck. Trust fate, baby.
That's 7.
How many, so a fall like this should be 3 injury.
Okay.
Do you take that and live?
Nope.
you fall to the ground, and your little possum skull just hits a sharp rock, buddy.
Wait, 7's not a success in this case.
Not with luck.
Gotcha. Okay,
No.
what's the success? 10?
Well, it would be a 10 plus would be a success.
Got
That
it,
would reduce
okay.
the injury
Oh.
for this one. Yep.
And I die.
Rubbish dies.
I'm so
dashed
sorry.
on the ground of this cute mayoral mansion.
Oh my god.
And the two of you, looking down, you realize that, maybe if we
serious.
maybe if we just stepped up with the ruse, he would have taken us right to the mayor. Oops! And now you have to deal with this crying bird who's entirely demoralized.
Broken.
He's mentally broken. He's just crying, leaning onto your shoulder, Ryan.
What are your words of wisdom there, Ryan?
You stay here and think about what you've done
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
and what you've lost.
Oh god! Okay, he slumps onto the
And I look at
stairs.
Nimble. I go, "We have to make this count. Hurry up!" I'm gonna run up the stairs.
Yeah, he slumps on the stairs and he's crying. Okay? Quick pan back to our two people who don't know any of this happened. They're hanging out in the hotel room, throwing matches at this sleeping bird.
And taking his boots.
And taking his boots. And he kind of is like wiggling. He's awake at this time. You've burned him considerably. He has all these little patches on his skin. And he's just...
Is he a tyrannical figure?
Yes, he is definitely a tyrannical figure.
Do you think I've toppled him?
I would say that you have taken somebody who thought they were hot shit. They thought they were king poop. And you showed him that he was nothing.
I'm King Crab.
You're king crab. Alright, yeah.
Okay, then I get to. That's one of my drives. Is chaos. So
Yeah, you've fulfilled a drive for sure.
I've advanced.
You've advanced. And this allows you to do a number of things. The one that's going to be the quickest, because we're nearing the conclusion of our thrilling one-shot, will be to just add 1 to any of your skills that you'd like to.
Okay.
Yes, you just make one of those a little bit better.
All right.
So I'm gonna sit up.
Yeah, you can absolutely...
Say, okay, I feel.
You're sleeping next to this bird guy, and he's like rolling around, and sometimes a match hits you, and you're like, oh.
Okay, crap. I know you like the fire, and I know this guy deserves it, but you could have been a little more careful and not hit me. I'll just kind of like dusted myself off.
You're not my boss.
But like common courtesy. We've been traveling for. I don't know why I'm doing this. Have you gotten word from them? How long have I been asleep for?
I don't know, and I
Less
don't
than
know.
10 minutes.
Like 10 minutes.
What?
And animal minutes. And,
That was only
Yeah.
10. Okay.
and also know how would they have gotten a message to me.
I don't know. They're resourceful.
I do feel strangely bereft, but I have no reason to feel this way.
And I'll start like look off into the distance and say, yeah, something. Yeah, whatever. So I guess we're just waiting for them. I hope everything's going all right.
Yeah.
Did you get anything out of this asshole?
Oh, I've just been mostly doing this. I haven't really talked to him yet.
His eyes are wide. He's like,
I'm gonna go like kneel next to him and just pull the the cloth from his beak for a moment. I'm gonna kneel down and I'm gonna say, okay, look, my attempts earlier to intimidate you failed. I'm gonna try once more. Things look bad for you. So, do you happen to know anything about the murder of the mayor?
I'll tell you anything you want to know. Please, just keep her away from me. She's clearly unstable, and I don't feel safe in this space.
You really shouldn't with her, and yes, your assumption and analysis is correct. Crap. Would you mind giving me just a moment with the prisoner here?
She did it, okay? She killed him.
I'm sorry. As in Eyrie?
Yeah, nobody thought she had it in her, but she and I, we were having an affair, and I kind of tried to get her to do it. I just told her that she could be in charge, and she deserved it, and she was the smartest. She is the smartest. She's running the town the way it should be run. I didn't mean for anything like this to happen. I didn't know it would get so bad.
So I'm gonna say, my eyes kind of go wide, and I'm like, okay, well, let me postulate one more thing to you. You will corroborate this to the guard, and we will let you live.
Honestly, that sounds okay. I mean, the guard, all they do is banish you. I'll at least get to live. Let's just go. I'll work. I'll come along.
Say, crap, I mean, should we just take this guy to the guard?
Do you want me to, like, write it down? I'll do whatever you want. Just please.
Do you have, like, a seal or something that would prove it's you?
We gotta, shut up. We gotta tip this thing in the favor of the little mouses.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is, I mean, the best option may be to have the captain, because if anybody doesn't have power, if it's a mouse tries to step in, they're not gonna let them. And right now, the sister would be a good, what's her name? The Mina would be a good choice, but people aren't gonna follow her. The Eyrie isn't gonna allow that.
If Ellerby is taken out of the mayoral position, who's next?
If Ellerby leaves, it would probably be Zale who'd take the seat.
Zale's an incompetent. He would be able to be guided by the mouse guard. At least
That fucking guy's not gonna do anything.
You didn't read between the lines. What he wants is the best for him, and that's going to be good for the mice. He wants minimal contact from the Eyrie, and believe me, I know about the Eyrie. If he can get this guy's ear, he can just work him like a puppet, and the Eyrie will stay away, or at least have minimal contact. It's at least a start.
I mean, she did kill her dad. She sucks pretty hard.
Yeah, she can be taken care of. We have the evidence here. This man is high up enough that he'll be able to corroborate it, and we can at least let the guard.
Our affair wasn't especially secret. They'll know that they can trust what I say about her.
All right.
And the others, they're just going to talk to the mayor, so she's going to be tied up. So let's get him quickly to the captain, and let's get him there.
Okay. Can you walk?
Yes, I think so. Maybe give me like a hand. Ow, my feet. I don't. These floors are way too hard for my delicate.
Crap! Give him his shoes. You can take them back when we get him
the
to
bottom
the
of his
guard.
feet are all burned.
Yeah, you just.
I've already got the shoes on.
Crap.
I got my shoes and put them on the wrong feet of this guy.
Okay, that's a little bit better. They are very nice shoes.
Let's get him there quickly. So we'll, as quickly as we can, get him to the mouse guard.
Okay, cool. So you go to the door.
Yeah.
You open the door from the room, and you see in front of you a cat wearing a mask and a hood and holding a dagger that she thrusts directly into this bird's chest.
No!
This is Silent Paw.
You do notice that she is surprisingly quiet.
I was raised and trained by Silent Paw.
Yes, and she looks at you with a very knowing look. And she turns to you and says, "You've done well, but the work's already done. Thanks for causing the distraction. Take a look outside."
I look outside.
Yeah, I'll go look outside. Warily, a hand on my sword, step towards the window.
Yeah, you see a group of who you recognize as Woodland Alliance fighters. And they have Captain Wassy, like, just restrained. They don't seem to be hurting him, especially. The large buff birds that you saw earlier, they're kind of bolting with their owl friend, like, just straight up down on the ground. Not murdered, but, like, they seem to be routed from the site. Okay? The Woodland Alliance, it seems that they've used this occurrence to kind of take out some of the leaders. You even see Zale, and he is banging. You look down, he's banging on the front door and trying to get back in as the mice are pulling him away for God knows what. And it seems like the Woodland Alliance's uprising has begun.
Sick as hell.
So, pretty solid. But we're going to pan back to Rubbish, who's body lies limp on the ground with a lemon bounces down the stairs
Oh no.
and rolls up next to you. And it's just sitting there. And then we pan over to our living party members. And you've reached the door. You've left a crying guard behind you. You reach the door and...
I'm going to bolt right in.
Okay, you're going to try to break this door down. It's closed, but you don't know how well closed it is. So we're going to have to roll a couple might checks.
Well, I'm going to start with, is it unlocked?
Great check. Okay, that's going to be a luck.
6. It's not unlocked.
It's not unlocked.
So-
And when you go to grab the door handle and turn it, the door handle just like breaks, sort of, like crunches. You're like, oh shit, you think you jammed it actually a little better.
All right.
So now your might check's going to be a little higher.
Together. Oh, yeah,
Wait,
that's a
do
better
I have
one.
that? Oh shit.
Let's try picking the locks.
Oh wait, that's his
I have
pocket.
pick lock.
Oh, you have pick lock.
You
Okay,
have
good.
lockpicks then.
I had
Perfect.
pick lock.
Oh yeah.
Is that with cunning? Finesse?
Finesse, if you have the feet. Yep.
I had that.
That's an
Hey,
11.
it killed me.
Okay.
You actually are able to unlock the door. It's
Alright.
a little trickier because of your luck check, like messing up the doorknob
And
a little
then
bit.
boot it in.
Now you just boot it in, and there she is. There's Eyrie, and she's hanging out with your mother
Yeah, with
figure, Jessamy. And there they are.
Release
and
Jessamy.
Eyrie. Yes.
Your time as mayor is up.
And Eyrie turns and says, "What are you talking about? Listen, I think that we've come to an agreement, Jessamy and myself." And Jessamy turns to you and says, "Oh, my God, Ryan.
Is this true?
Yeah, I honestly, Eyrie here pulled me in, and I thought she was gonna just banish me, which you should know, they don't really let them go."
I understand.
Yeah, but
You're okay?
yeah, I told her that the uprising was planned for tonight, and
What
she's
uprising?
a smart woman. Oh, well, look out the window. Look
I
out
look
the
out the
lovely
window.
panopticon, and yes, you see, like, the town is taken back by the people. Like, they just alter. It looks like most of the guards were already in on it. Like, everybody is just doing pretty good. And Eyrie says, yes, it honestly works out all right. We'll draw the ire of the Eyrie, but with the Marquis forces, we may be at some risk. But we have a sizable guard and a decent army, and if all of the people begin training, we'll be able to defend this clearing for quite some time,
So
I'm
we're
sure.
joining the Woodland Alliance?
Well, as of now, and she looks to Jessamy and she goes, we're co-governing the area.
Periodically, I'm looking over at Nimble with kind of the exasperated look, looking down at myself, bleeding,
Yeah, thinking of our dead
Nimble's
friends.
bleeding.
Yeah.
all the work that went into this.
Yeah.
Now, you didn't hurt my guard, did you?
I did not kill your guard. That is correct.
Oh, good, because the two of them, they were just 3 days from retirement, and they've been the best. They don't even ask for pay, and they were the first to ever talk to me about maybe helping out the Woodland Alliance, and that they've got a really good attitude and idea for, bringing them up. I should have listened to them sooner. I can't wait to speak with them later and tell them that whether by hook or crook, we've reached a point where the Woodland Alliance will rule Pellenicky Glade. And as you look out over the kind of fucked up city, there was a little fighting here, and you look down at your bodies and the kind of fucked up situation you find yourselves in, and the two of you, Crap and Fen, look at the Silent Paw and realize there's a lot of work to be done. You're not sure if the Silent Paw thought this one all the way through. We fade out, and our one shot ends.
Thank you.
Good night to Pellenicky Glade.
Good night,
Good night
to
to
Pellenicky
Pellenicky
Glade.
Thanks, John.
Hey, thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
I fucking told you Mina should be in charge.
Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon.
And if you have any feedback for us, please feel free to comment on our podcasts or email us directly at ncrpproductions@gmail.com. That's ncrpproductions@gmail.com. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, MD Parker 4, Chef Francis, Crowman76, Loading Madcat, M. Coling, November Stevenson, Baron Ikanu, and Rosix13. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it.